So, party experienced some highs and lows during the last session. We had the party standing before the large stone hand that had previously claimed Ricky's items. Priming their brand new weapon from Tommy, they destroyed the hand in one cacophonous boom, retrieving not only Ricky's things, but some other things taken from other previous dungeon explorers. On their way back to Tommy's lab, Lucinda's curiosity got the better of them, charging them headfirst into a previously peeked-in room. The awful smell of decay filling their noses as they encountered a group of zombies restraining a ghoul that they'd suspected of stealing bones. During the ensuing battle, Aelith freed the pleading ghoul preemptively, only for it to turn on the party as its hunger took over. After a hard-fought battle, the party composed themselves, rested, and continued on their way. They entered a room filled with doors. Rivet, first to investigate, discovered that coins came to life when passing through one of the doors. After going back through the door, the coins reverted. Further investigation, the party attempted to outsmart the puzzle by opening as many doors as possible simultaneously. All the doors then flung open, revealing a light-consuming void. Ricky, taking a bit more careful than previous approach, threw a rock into the void, which returned into broken pieces through each door. Lucinda, seeing the void as a welcome invitation, jumped right in. The party, noticing this out the corner of their eyes, went into full panic mode. Ricky plunged waist deep into the darkness to grab the falling Lucinda, with Tiny Rivet and Aelith hanging on for dear life. After some amazing rolls, they managed to pull Lucinda back to safety, and we currently see the party in a sprawled out state on the floor. I need Ricky, Rivet, and Aelith to all roll a perception for me. Just a quick little perception check for me.
I got 22.
Brilliant. What did you get, Rivet?
18.
Whose roll's still... Ricky's roll's still waiting? What did Ricky get on his roll?
11.
Easy. All the first thing you guys notice, you guys have all landed sort of ass on the ground after getting yanked through on an amazing pull by Aelith. You guys all immediately do like the once-over check of Lucinda, and you all simultaneously look at each other in horror as you notice the bottom half of Lucinda's left leg looks like it's been put through a meat grinder.
Oh god.
Oh!
For you, Lucinda, who is currently still unconscious on the floor, you have halved movement speed. You require now, you're using your staff as essentially like a cane to move yourself, so you will only be using that to attack. You have disadvantage on any dex checks that are going to be relying on your legs, so like dodging and stuff like that. If you use the dash action, you will be able to do it, but immediately after, you will fall prone. So you'll basically take your dash and then stumble and fall on your stomach, essentially. Magic such as Regenerate will be able to restore this limb.
So Cure Wounds wouldn't do anything?
Cure Wounds will seal this wound, but it is currently bleeding, and not in a good way. What are you guys doing?
So if I seal it, it won't, like, make her full health.
You are currently on, like, 1 HP, weirdo. You are currently on 1 HP. Essentially bleeding out. These guys... You guys all essentially, like, anyone that rolled, like, the highest, you guys are, like, noticing that it is still, like, actively bleeding. Okay. You have noticed
I'll use
that...
Cure Wounds.
Brilliant. So go ahead and roll that for the heal. Lucinda is, and you guys also notice that Lucinda is out cold. The Cure Wounds does
6.
seem to... Awesome. So bring that 6 health back on top of a 1. So you can just change it manually to 7. not your maximum. This is just like your current hit points. And whilst the magic is, seals the wound sort of thing, it was some pretty extensive damage, and it was sort of like pass out from the mental load sort of thing, like the panic and everything. So not quite coming back to consciousness just yet. You guys still need to wake up a passed out Lucinda. Who's taking initiative on that?
Might slap her awake.
Damn.
Ricky's going in, open hand, straight for it.
Wake up! We need you
She's
alive.
on 1 HP, man. Oh, no.
We'll
no,
take
no, no, no,
seven,
no.
it's fine, it's
Upper size
fine.
you want.
Okay.
On this, Ricky winds the hand back. You hear the slap, just the impact.
I don't have to.
You awake, Lucinda.
I'm not trying to do damage.
Non-lethal damage. Nice little dragon paw on the other side of your face now. You still have the one from Rivet a little bit from your last pass out, so you have sort of a small little clawed hand on your left cheek, and now on your right cheek it is like predominantly red with some little claw marks going up towards like your ear sort of thing. Good slap, good placement.
Good slap.
Are you here with us? Are you awake? No.
Not quite coming to consciousness. Maybe a little slight
You need
little
a-
flutter in the corner of an eye.
Do you need another slap?
Ricky goes in with
She's
the
on
offhand.
Hey, look, it's your turn.
My turn.
Yeah. We've all had a go.
Alright. I get my quarterstaff. Right, who's in this?
Who's that?
Aleph. Aleph gives her a little kick in the side.
Nice little rib kick. You now have a small little bruise. Just nicely placed under the ribs. Nice little
Like gentle, like I'm trying to like roll her body a bit to get to.
Just kicking them while they're down. All right. A second little gentle, a bit more gentle than the slap, but sort of in one of those like sensitive areas. It's like sort of like the tickling under the ribs with the tips of the feet sort of thing to like roll them, push them, sort of thing. Is Lucinda waking up?
Look, I might need to.
I don't think
leave
it's
her.
a
She's
hard
loving the
enough kick to
attention.
like roll you. All right. Currently not woken up. Anyone taking the next go at this?
So do we want to throw her back in?
Yeah.
Or are you going to get up?
On saying this, you'll obviously like you looking back up at the doors. The doors have started opening and closing, sort of open, close, open, close, open, close. And they're moving with speed that makes a very audible bang every time they sort of hit the different points. They sort of bang open, bang close. And as they do, you notice 3 different scenes appear sort of thing. It's the dungeon, closes, opens, stark white, closes, opens, the same black void that you guys had seen before, closes, opens, back to dungeon, and it goes through the same sequence, just open, close, just banging through the same order,
Goodness.
almost ringing in your ears sort of thing. But yes, you guys are still attempting to wake up Lucinda.
I am going to attempt to wake Lucinda.
How you doing this? We've been slapped, kicked.
Sit on her. I'm gonna sit on her.
You know what I reckon
Brilliant.
would work? If you got out one of your bones and like held it under their nose.
Ooh.
Just
Like,
like-
let me treat.
like smelling salt just cracks the bone. A bit of bone dust goes up their nose. I'm awake. Apparently, sitting on does not work, as still unconscious Lucinda lays before you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna try the bone thing. Pull out a bone and run it in front of Lucinda's nose.
I'd say that's advantage at this point.
As the DM prophet,
Almost.
you can say, no, you can't. You're awake.
I mean, almost. I'd say, yeah, like you're like sort of fluttering back into consciousness, sort of thing. Like you're getting your wits about you. You're like you'll need like hands standing up, sort of thing. Like it's sort of like eyes have just opened, like still foggy, sort of thing. It's like that scene in every Doctor show ever where they're like carrying you through like the hallway and you just see like blurry lights flashing past you, sort of thing. That's essentially what you're like seeing, but it's like your party in front of you with torches and stuff. So basically till the next room you're gonna be half conscious. But you guys managed to get Lucinda to their feet somewhat, propped up against their staff. They haven't fully come to the realization of what's happened to their leg yet. They're still delirious and you know, kind of wondering like what happened after they dove headfirst into pitch black void. All right. Yeah. So what are you guys doing with the scene you guys see before you? You do hear the stone / metal door down that hallway. It seems to be opening and closing a little bit slower than the other ones, just with its size.
Mm.
But you can hear it sort of taking its time to sort of open and close a little bit slower. But what do you guys want to do?
Just check out the big metal one. See if it's the same with all the doors. The white, the void, and the dungeon.
Heading over there, Ricky. It is still the same site, but yes, it is going significantly slower with its size as it sort of sinks into the ground, and then has a much slower time like raising back up to seal the room beyond, sort of thing. But it still does have the same scene of slowly flashing scenes.
Can I pick up a rock and throw it through the metal door when it's got like the dungeon on the other side of it?
Yeah, brilliant. You move over there very easily. You're able to lob a piece of stone through. It just sails into the next room, clatters across the ground.
Seems safe.
What's up, Lucinda?
Should we throw in Lucinda and see how that goes?
Yeah, for sure.
They're already half gone. I mean, you know.
Oh no, grab Lucinda over the shoulders.
Really quickly, are there pieces of my leg like scattered throughout the room?
You don't immediately like roll me a little like perception check now that like if you like this will be like I guess waking you up a little bit more if you want to, if that's the first thing you're looking for. You haven't really noticed your leg, so it would just be like a general little perception check.
Yeah, I'm just looking around the room and I got a 23.
You do notice that in front of all of the doors there is a little bit of like a little smear of blood that looks like the effect of like, you know, like throwing paint quickly like it sort of like looks like it's been like sort of splat and smeared like with just speed and like it was ejected out with force, sort of thing. But you do notice, very good roll, you do definitely notice that there is a little smear in front of each door.
Does anyone else notice that?
No one else has looked.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was you.
I'm ready.
So what were you guys doing with the door? Sorry.
Oh, we would check.
Gonna shove Lucinda through it.
Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant.
On the dungeon. Pick her
Awesome.
And it has the dungeon on the
shoulder.
other side.
Who's doing the actual shove? So you guys have kind of shepherded a barely conscious Lucinda hobbling on their staff with a cane over to this very slow-moving stone door sort of thing. Yeah, who's doing the shove?
I feel like Ricky's probably the only one who can carry on his own.
Yeah.
Are you going to
Shoulder.
pick them up and go through?
Yeah. Throw it in.
You're going to throw them?
Yeah. They said
Okay.
it.
Up to you. You do you. However you want to do it.
Through the dungeon one.
Yep, brilliant. So I'm going to get you to roll me a dex check at advantage, just because it's moving so slow sort of thing, but you still obviously have to time it throwing a body through, essentially.
Okay.
Oh no!
There we go. 10.
Advantage, so you roll twice, take the best one.
Okay.
Oh, good.
20.
Brilliant. That one's much better.
Ah!
Easy toss. You see the as soon as it hits the grounds, like as it comes down, you guys see the dungeon slowly unfurling before barely even taking the time. Like Ricky sees that there's dungeon. It's like barely come to like eye height, and Ricky sort of does a little lob up and over with with Lucinda, and you just hear a and a thump on the other side as Lucinda hits the ground on the other side. The door slowly going down further. Are you guys like
Still
all
alive
going
over
through?
there?
Still on the ground. You are alive over there. Nothing wrong over there. No response.
Okay,
Brilliant.
good.
The
Experiment
door's still
successful.
slowly sliding down, and you guys can kind of see over the. Well, Ricky would be the first to see over the edge and can see,
Right.
like Lucinda just laying on the ground there still.
Can I hold it still, the door, so they can pass?
As it like hits the bottom and starts coming back up, it is probably a little bit strong for you. Like, roll me a strength check. I'll get you to roll me a strength check for it, but it's a hard one. Like this, it's slow, but it's moving with some good torque.
16.
Though with all your strain, you're slowing it down a little bit, but it's still coming up. So, is everyone jumping through? You guys see Lucinda laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go through.
At this point, it's not even going to take a dex check for you guys to get through. Ricky's just slowed it down a little bit more. You guys all bonk, make your way into this room.
Yay!
Nice.
Yep.
So the puzzle.
And you skippity up through here. Wonderful. Inside this room, it is a pretty small but well lit chamber. As for like chambers that you've seen before, very much a similar layout and pattern on the walls and everything, except for two panels on the floor on the far side that look very different and pretty suspicious. As you guys are all sort of getting into the room, you notice the door behind you sort of sliding back up, and once it hits the top, it stays there.
Oh.
You look across the room, and there is another stone door of basically identical construction that is pressed hard against the ceiling, sealing you guys in this room. At the same time, those two tiles on the floor begin to fall away, and a pedestal rises out the middle with an hourglass on top. On the bottom of the pedestal, in very large, engraved on a metal plate, the word rapture is written.
Rapture?
Rapture. Yes, that one.
Cool.
Rapture. That's the word.
That's not terrifying.
The stone tiles then sort of slide back in and seal around the bottom of the pedestal, sealing the floor back, and all the light cuts out.
Oh.
You guys all don't notice this really but you do see that the lights on the wall flick out, but you guys are all still holding your own lights and it doesn't
Okay.
affect them. But you do see basically like all the torches on the wall just puff out. The timer, being all the sand at the bottom, very slowly turns and the sand begins falling through.
Oh.
Okay.
What's everybody doing?
Guys, we're gonna do.
In the hourglass?
Yeah, the sand in the hourglass begins falling.
Okay.
The timer is started. I'd say for this one, Lucinda, you probably will be going like last in decisions till you're like fully awake. You can decide that, or it'll be essentially like halfway through this room or something. You're still basically like delirious and like you're clutching onto your staff, sort of. I mean, you're still on the floor currently, but clutching onto your staff, I guess, like if you're trying to make your way to your foot. Oops. But yeah. So what's everybody else doing? As like, I'd say someone's probably like got a like arm around Lucinda, sort of helping them.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception on the two stone things?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you like are you having like a good look at the just the tiles specifically, or like just a like perception of the area, like just that general area?
The tiles specifically.
Awesome. Go ahead and do an investigation.
Ooh. 12.
You do notice that there is some like small runic carving around them, sort of thing, and you basically assume that it's probably how they moved. They're enchanted to do their job. They're just very 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 simple enchantment that's just a slide in slide out. You know what I mean? Like it's basically almost written there, sort of thing. The enchantment's so basic. They're just there to do their job. But they are solid stone. You'd like give them a little tap.
Maybe I can push this door. Try and push the door.
The one that you've just come through, or the one across the hallway?
Across the hallway.
Awesome. Ricky darts across there. Go for the lift. Give me a strength check. Again, this is going to be hard. This
17.
is like nat 20 time.
Oh.
No.
Oh gosh.
It's sealed. It's
Mhm.
like you saw the other one like sort of raised up to the ceiling, so you're sort of like grabbing the top and like trying to pull down against it, sort of thing. Like that the other door sort of came up from the ground, so you don't really have anything to sort of push off, but you try everything, almost to the point of like like getting up and like basically doing like a handstand and like pushing from the roof. Like you're trying, Chief, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not moving.
Can I investigate the door? See what's on it?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks very similar to the door. It's basically identical to the door that you came through. There is some very fine like barring on the door, sort of thing. So you could peek through, sort of thing. It's up pretty high on the door. Being able to see through, you do just see that there's a bit more. There's like a normal dungeon hallway in there. I'll open the door quickly and basically just. That's your little peek.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you get. There's nothing in
Nothing
there.
important.
There's another door at the other side.
So it's something about doors.
The doors.
No answer over here, guys.
Dan timer's still ticking away.
Oh yeah, I'll follow Ricky's lead.
You're trying with the door.
There's no answers over here, though.
So what do you...
I'll still go over to him.
Yep, brilliant. I'll say Lucinda kind of comes with you, just like sort of... well, no one said that they're helping Lucinda up yet, so...
Oh, I thought Richard
There's-
was.
I thought I was.
Oh, you did say something? All right. Well, currently Lucinda I guess, is like resting against the sort of floor. You like put them down to sort of start yanking on the door.
I think you just
Propped
said
them up
ye,
against-
and I took that.
I just said ye. What did you find
So-
over there at the tiles? Aleph?
Oh, me? Sorry.
Yeah, what did you find over there? If anything important?
Are the tiles where it said rapture?
They said rapture?
No, it's on a little plaque just below the hourglass.
I can't remember what I found from the tiles.
A very like slight, tiny, like very basic, very very basic enchantment that like lets them move, sort of thing. You basically deduced that it's what lets them move. And this, and you kind of gave them a little tap, and
Ah.
they're solid stone.
Okay.
Figure how that works.
Are they?
Can I like investigate the walls and the rest of the room?
Yeah, the rest of the walls seem very. Give me an investigation.
19.
Nice.
They look very much similar to the rest of the dungeon. Now that you're getting a bit deeper into the dungeon, you do notice that there's little bits and pieces on the wall. Like there's some moss on the wall and stuff like that. Like there's little plants and stuff growing out of it, sort of thing. But they are like you did notice them as well at the start of the dungeon a little bit. They are kind of like withering, like dying, sort of thing. Like they're not healthy. They're like yellowed. They're like not okay. They're, very again. You got when you looked at the walls. You did a little investigate on the walls earlier. But yeah, there's some. You notice that it's a bit more heavily vegetated, sort of thing. Like it's less traveled. So there's a bit more like the plants are a little bit bigger that are sticking out the walls, sort of thing. Like where you saw like a tiny little bushel of new growth, sort of thing. You now have like a bit of a bigger like plant almost there, but it is yellowing and looking sickly, but not like in a concerning way, just in a like you've seen plants like whatever the case is, like too much sunlight or something, like they're just not okay. I think you've got like rations and canteens on you, sort of thing, so like you've got your own water supplies, sort of thing. We're not super tracking those. I'm basically going to be like,
Okay.
if you're going to go somewhere, like maybe go, you spend like a little bit on provisions. Like I'm going to get like a rough price for stuff like that, sort of thing. So it's like you've kind of got like enough provisions to go into the dungeon, sort of thing. Like you gave yourself enough to be here, and normal like adventuring mentality of like pack a little extra in case something happens and you're stuck somewhere for a few days. Like you've got like an extra like emergency days rations or something. So like your water, you guys have only had your first long rest. So yeah, you guys still have most of your supplies. Nothing crazy's happened.
Can I pour
That's
some
like
of my water
stuck
on
you.
the? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you go.
Yeah, can I pour some of my water on the plants?
Yeah, absolutely. No like immediate change, sort of thing. Like you notice that it soaks in, sort of thing. Like the moss, like it reacts. It's just you just watered the plants, sort of thing. Yeah. The moss kind of the I don't know, moss grow. When moss dies, it sort of like gets a bit fuzzy on the ends, sort of thing. And when you water it, it kind of comes back very green. So the moss comes back the most vibrant, the most quickly, sort of thing. Like it really regains its color because it like washes the dirt and stuff off.
Not
and
magic
that's just
plants, though.
no magic plants. Just normal. Like being a druid, like you know this. You this is like your bread and butter. Like you just know this. Like you're just like this is just you've just watered the plants.
I just watered the plants because I'm a nature druid, and that's just what I do. I'm just being nice. It's not because I thought they were magic or anything.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally, for sure.
Yeah.
Any thoughts over there, Rivet?
I have 0 ideas.
Actually, like being a druid, like how interested were you in like potion making and stuff like that? This is like above table a little bit. Like this is like talking to Indy about your character sort of thing. Like how interested are you in like not just like obviously being a druid, you know plants sort of thing, but it's like are you interested in like using these plants for things?
Yeah, I would say so. I think that would make sense for her.
Okay. What was your
What do I know now?
investigation? Okay, so it was just above a 15. You do like it was these plants like as long as someone was like interested in like those sorts of herbs, the plants that are like not the moss but the little plants, you do know that these are one of the like the kind of the main ingredient in basic health potions.
Oh, can I pluck the plants?
You absolutely can spend a bit of time to pluck the plants.
Yippee!
Suddenly realized they heal you.
So I'll just add them as a custom item.
Yeah, just add them as a custom item. How long do you want to sort of spend doing this? The timer is
Just as
obviously
long
like
as it
still
takes
ticking down.
to get it all. Like other people
You want
can
like
do other
the
stuff.
yeah, I mean go ahead and roll me like just a dex check to see how quickly you sort of just dart around and grab everything. I'll say it's like, you know, better roll just cuts down your time and you know,
14.
14? Well, actually, no, sorry. How do you want to remove them from the wall, sort of thing? Like, how would you think to get them out? Are you like just cutting the tops off? What's the process that you would go through to get these to harvest these plants? You have interest, but I won't say that you've got like because I don't know whether you've got proficiency and stuff in things. I'd have to check.
I would just like get like my little knife out and just cut the whole plant off the wall because it's a
Awesome,
dungeon.
cool.
I don't have to worry about leaving the plant there.
Awesome. So you got like going deep, cutting it like right off at the sort of base as deep as you can. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll sort of get to that. We'll see if anyone else wants to do anything in that time, like while you're doing that. But yeah, Aelith has sort of taken the good look at started watering the plants and was like, oh, I actually recognize these plants. Like, I know what these are. And has started like plucking some of these plants. So yeah, anyone else wanting to do what's anyone else wanting to do in this time, sort of thing? Like the time is ticking down. I'm just gonna go quickly fill my drink up, but I can still hear you guys.
Okay. Door does nothing. Pedestals, a timer. And healing herbs?
Yes.
From Aelith?
Someone could try like standing on the pedestals, like one at a time or two at a time.
Or putting an item on them.
I could lay on
the pedestal holds the timer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I meant the stone, the
tiles on the floor.
Tiles.
The tiles.
How do they react with us on them?
All right. Yeah. Ricky runs over, stands on one of the tiles. Is someone standing on like the other one or anything?
Yeah, I will.
Brilliant. You guys are standing each on a tile. Nothing.
Okay.
Few more moments go by. Nothing.
Someone bring me a rivet, please.
I'll pick her up, I guess. Bring you over.
If Lucinda was lucid, we could ask her to do a magic check thing.
Maybe.
Detect magic.
Wake up! Slap!
No, I want to go to rivet.
Alright, so yep, you go help Lucinda up and over to Rivet.
Here you go. Drops on the floor.
Hold my hand out.
Damn, there's some animosity at the moment.
Bone.
I'll pick her up. Go back. No.
You've take Lucinda back to the other side of the room and place them back beside the door.
Yeah.
Alright,
I
what
had to say that word.
he's doing. Time is ticking down. I'd say Rivet not really have moving. You've noticed that probably like maybe a third, maybe a quarter of the sand is sort of. It's hard to tell from this distance. You'd have to like really check it out to gauge too much of like time or anything like that. But like it's like it's about a quarter to a third. You know, like it's getting down.
I see. I don't
Is
react
there a
to
bone
us.
sticking out of my leg?
There certainly is. Are you taking the time to notice your leg right now?
Not really. I just see the bone. Can I try to chew the bone?
I don't like that.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just you do you. Your leg. It's gonna hurt.
I run over trying to see her chewing on her leg and just give her a bone from my bag.
Done. Satisfied. We now have Lucinda chewing on any particular creature bone that you've. Which one? You guys have collected a couple of corpse parts, so I mean, what are we handing over? What goblin piece got what animal part? You little goddamn necromancers.
It's the bones from. The bones I'm thinking of are the bones, like they were on a goblin or something that we defeated. They were just random assortment of bones.
You just had that on you? What are you doing?
Yep, the little goblin bag of trinkets that it had a couple of like bones and stuff in it. You're just like grabbing like just what
Just
like the first one you
randomly
grab.
grabbing a
Just yep, awesome.
Yep.
You start gnawing on one of these bones. Brilliant. You guys are just in the room. Timer ticking down.
Did anyone react if I yelled? Anyone, like, that's not us? Or anything that would react?
Dunno. Can try.
Can I yell as loud as I can?
Ricky yells. Boy, do your ears hurt. It echoes in this tiny little room. There is nothing to absorb any sound. No answer.
I'm sorry, Bailiff, if that hurt. Needed to see if anyone...
Everyone with big ears is now deafened. No.
I'm sorry.
You'll take one damage of psychic. No.
It was like a...
No response, though.
Can
Absolutely nothing.
we lift up those tiles? Or move them somehow?
They are basically like just sort of seamless with the floor. Very, very much not going to be getting fingers under there, sort of thing. Like it's kind of like part of how the tiles sort of slid into place, sort of thing. There's very little seam in between.
Can I push them down? They won't go down?
No, there's no movement to the plates. They've sealed around the base of the pedestal.
You awake, Lucinda? We may need your magic thing.
Being over closer to the pedestal, Ricky, you now notice that you've about pretty close to like half the time is
Oh, crap.
gone, sort of thing. There, you're.
I mean, it might be as simple as waiting at the timer.
Maybe. I thought you were awake.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah, that
awake. You're chewing out a bone while you're asleep.
Yeah.
They're currently like just deliriously chewing on the small like animal bone, or like the little like animal bone, or like the little nondescript bone. They're sort of just plonked down against the stone wall. Sort of like glassy eyed sort of thing, like just very much like if you prop them up and sort of shuffle them, like sort of push them in a direction, they're gonna get there, sort of thing. Like they'll sort of waddle in that direction, sort of thing. But they're very glassy eyed, like just half out of it, sort of thing.
So we've got
Does anybody else have detect magic?
No. I have acid breath.
I don't think that'll help.
Does that do? Oh.
Doesn't
It is
he
your
have
first
detect
dungeon.
magic?
You are not sure.
Oh, right. I wouldn't know what. I say out loud. Does anybody have detect magic?
No reply. Let me just check
None.
Aelith's sheet really quickly.
So we got half time. I do not. Indy does not.
Indy's
Aelith
basically
does not.
still plucking herbs at this point. They're kind of wrapping up, like they're sort of on the last like third of the room, plucking still like finishing plucking their herbs, sort of thing. You just sort of see them, like you just hear the little like scrapes of stone, like, you know, the pushing the knife into the stonework, and just sort of like the little of cutting off the plants. Yeah. I don't think. No, nothing.
That's in my head. More the walls or something will cave in after the time is done. That's in my head. So,
Ricky is concerned.
I'm very worried. They thought of just waiting out, like, oh crap. No.
Ricky is uncomfortable. Why did this pause?
It's too slow.
We've had minimal dungeon sounds. I think I might have bumped my headphones.
Maybe. It's been too slow. We gotta do something. Guys.
Ricky is like getting nervous and like uncomfortable with the lack of movement and stuff like that. Like small room,
Half running around the room. God.
Yeah, I think most of the characters know that you're like pretty messed up. Like they've done cure wounds. Cure wounds would have like sealed the wound and everything like that, and like you're not going to be like, it wouldn't be as bad as waking you up with no cure wounds. Like it's like mild painkillers essentially, because it's like healed the wound, sealed it. You know, it's basically like fully cauterized sort of thing, but it's gonna hurt. Like you're missing a foot sort of thing. Like you're gonna feel nothing. Like it's gonna be that moment of like stepping and nothing, and sort of stepping onto the wound, and it hurts. Like it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be something that's like, ugh, but it's not gonna be something that you like wake up and you're like screaming your head off in agony sort of thing. It's definitely going to be a confronting situation, but yeah, with the cure wounds basically has dulled the severity of the pain. It's still just going to like hurt, as if, yeah, like the worst bruise you could imagine, sort of thing, just radiating pain, sort of thing. Like it still hurts. It's bad, but it's not. Like, yeah.
I'm thinking if I shake her enough, she'll get like adrenaline rush and won't feel anything, but she'll be thinking.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I'll shake her.
All right.
A really rough shake, just brah.
You get a. Lucinda's getting a good brisk shaking from Ricky.
Enough to scare her.
Roll intimidation for me then.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a roll on that one.
I just heard the music picking up, and for some reason in my head, I was like, "There's bees about to swarm me," because it was sounding very. And I literally looked around to see if there were bees in my room.
13.
All right, whatever you're rolling for your wake up is that if it beats the 13, you can make your decision, sort of thing. If you roll lower than 13, weirdo, the basically the wake up works, sort of thing. But you can still choose to wake up if you succeed. So you've got to get 13 or higher to have like the choice. Otherwise, Ricky waking you up through basically just a
Roll.
So yeah, you wake up to basically Ricky holding each of your shoulders, just being like
Because you jumped in a portal to nowhere.
Because I shaked you, that's why. Not a portal, guys. You were shooketh.
Yeeth
That's
was
why.
shooketh.
That's why it hurts. Yes. Don't look
Roll
down.
deception? Persuade? No.
No?
I don't know. Are you genuinely trying to convince them that
I do want to convince them somehow. That it
Ricky has
doesn't
like
hurt.
grabbed your face, sort of thing? Like you're like coming to kind of, you're like, you've noticed, you're like, why does it hurt like really bad? And Ricky's like grabbed the sides of your face, looking in your eyes, and like, shh. It's I shook you and it hurts, sort of thing. How are you? Is this like a? Are you pleading with them? Are you like, or are you like actually just trying to like just deceive them? Just be like, nope, it's not there. Like what's the?
Convince them it's not as bad. It's just a shake. That's
All
all.
right, roll persuasion then to like sort of, you're just like taking their focus away. You're like, hey, don't look there. It's not there. Here, look at me. I shook you. It hurts because you shook.
Oh,
like-
not 20. Not 20. 23. Thank God.
No matter what you get, I'm still gonna look at you and just say, "Don't touch me."
Okay.
All
That's fine.
focus on Ricky. There you go. But you don't immediately. You've not noticed your leg. You're woken up. You're in a state. But you are conscious, and you don't notice your leg yet. What are you doing now?
I mean, I'm trying to get Ricky away from me.
Yeah, Ricky's like standing up, sort of thing, like hands off, sort of thing. Like, yep, all good. You're awake. It's not. Just look this way. Like, just keeping the like, just keeping the conversation. But it's like, yeah, all good.
Keys.
Okay?
Do the magic thing.
I'll first stand up.
Do that magic finding thing.
Awesome. It's hard to get up. You're still eyes locked on Ricky. You sort of shuffle your way up. It's like you just haven't really noticed it yet. You've got your staff in your arm, so you sort of use that to prop yourself up, sort of thing. You shuffle your way up the wall. Like, you feel sore, sort of thing. Like, like it's not removed your brain, this thing, but like, you're sore, sort of thing. But like, you've just sort of been like, oh, he must have really shaken me up, sort of thing. Like, God, I must just be. So you just prop yourself up, and you're sort of up on your foot.
I'm gonna look at every single person in this room and back away.
You are in the corner.
We don't have long though. You gotta be quick.
Someone better tell me what just happened.
You got shook.
Ye is shooketh.
We saved you from certain death, and then we came into this room. It's fine, but you came out of there pretty much unscathed, so,
I don't think I'm
Yeah.
gonna believe that.
You gotta.
The music is making this feel very tense.
I think you're still like kind of like trained on Ricky being like, you just shook up, it's fine. Like they're kind of explaining it to you. You still don't notice your leg though. You can still like, you're still like on edge sort of thing because you have woken up in a different place sort of thing.
Pain.
Yeah, like sore, like, you know, sore, it's very sore and in a strange place sort of thing. I mean, you now have, like, sort of looking at the group sort of thing, you also have now noticed the pedestal, sand timer. Being across the other side of the room, it looks about half done, sort of, like, you know, it's hard to tell exactly, but you're like, oh, it's like, it's ticking, like, you're like, oh, there's sand at the top and there's some sand at the bottom, sort of thing, like, but that's your current viewpoint.
It's very clear. I'm missing some information. I would like to know exactly what happened.
You passed out. I had to wake you up.
I get that. But why was I passed out?
You just
Because you jumped into the black hole!
You would remember jumping into the, like, you basically remember jumping into the door, being pulled, and then that's kind of where you were like, oh, I'd be out of it sort of thing. Like, you basically stepped in, saw blackness, were basically like, you felt like the pull, like the active pull of the like different gravity essentially, and then you basically, that's when you were like, you passed out. So like, you remember up to like basically being like kind of like sucked into the door in your brain.
So after the door, you passed out instantly. You didn't feel right, you just passed out. We tried to wake you up for ages. You see those prints on your face? You might not be able to.
You can't see my face. That's a dumb
You touch
question.
the sides of your you touch the sides of your face, and there's on the left side, it like one side is like normal, but one side is like a little bit like warm, like, you know, like that feeling of like blood rushed to that side sort of thing. Like it's warm because of the, yeah, just like there's a rosy red there. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Yes. Alrighty, everybody. We will grab some snackies, fill those drinks up, enjoy the music, and we will be right back. That's the wrong place. We're in the wrong place. This isn't a dungeon. And we are back. How we doing, everybody? How are we doing? Let's get back into this, shall we? Oh, that's the wrong one. Secrets. But how are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? We had a little head pat from Galaxy. Yeah. So we've currently got Weirdo questioning everyone, desiring the full truth.
Was Ricky trying to deceive her?
I mean, I did.
So far, you've convinced me that my foot is still there, and my pain is just from you shaking me.
Yes.
And the slaps and kicks.
Yeah. If no one else is gonna try to do something...
Yeah.
I'm gonna
trying to
step
say.
forward.
Been trying to say, do your magic finding thingy.
Where are you walking to?
Just to the rest of the group.
Like in the middle of them?
Well, more like towards the door.
Like there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take your step forward.
Do I try to step on my missing leg?
No, it's a very short distance. You've been convinced that you're basically like it's like just an ache from being shaken sort of thing. So the pain is like mentally it's like radiated to like your entire body. So you're like, oh, I've just been like just shaken up sort of thing. You're like, I've just been shaken up, but you're like still like all of regular logic still applies. You're in a different place than you were when you fully woke up. Like you were awake in one place and now you're awake in a different place. Like you hurt. Like that's a given sort of thing. But yeah, it's like so you're sort of like clutching onto your staff and you sort of like take the one little like shuffle forward sort of thing as you.
So what do you need?
Your magic finding ability.
Oh,
Able to do that for this room. We can't think of anything in here.
sure. Cast detect magic.
Awesome. You cast Detect Magic. Go ahead and mark that off on your sheet. And you notice an aura around both the doors. Both the plates. Nothing from the pedestal. And very faint magic from the hourglass itself, sort of thing. Other than that, you do also notice a very, very, very faint aura around the bunch of herbs now clutched in, like, Aelith's, like, sort of offhand sort of thing. They've got, like, they sort of have, like, they're holding their shields still, but then they've got, like, in their shield hand is, like, all the bunch sort of grabbed around the rest. So it's, like, just holding the stuff right now. But you do notice that all the plants are, like, now that there's like a massive bunch of them together, there is a tiny, tiny little faint aura sort of thing. Like, so you know that like a bunch of them together makes a bit of magic sort of thing. Like on their own, they're basically undetectable unless you were specifically looking for them. But yeah, that's all you got.
Okay. I'll point to everything that makes magic and like those. Those are magical.
Okay.
Anything useful with that information, do you reckon?
Oh, pause my music.
Oh, I thought
I was
my
like, what's
headphone died.
happened? What's happened? What's fight time?
And suddenly, everyone died.
How's our timer looking?
What? Ah!
And suddenly, what?
Everyone died.
Die.
No,
Okay,
And then we woke up.
so
it was all a bad dream.
Rivet looking over at the timer. It is probably you've got like about a third of the time left.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I
Probably
thought that
edging
was
on, probably like edging on more of like a quarter of the time left, sort of thing.
Uh-oh.
Sand is falling.
Quick! Guys, guys. Figure something, please. Please. We might be crushed or something. I don't know.
I don't know what to try.
I'm stumped.
Yeah, me too.
I say just wait out the timer. I mean, at this point, I think that's all that we can do.
That's the backup, because that's going to happen inevitably when we can't
Yeah.
do anything.
So any form of magic.
I'm going to
do-
check my sheet, I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you want
definitely make sure you give it all a read. Check that there's nothing else you want to do. Time is ticking away.
Do you think I can flip the timer upside down? Get more time?
Is that what you're gonna try?
I wanna see if that happens.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ricky goes over, puts his hand on the. It's not huge for Ricky, but like for anybody else, it would have been quite large. But Ricky sort of puts his hand around it and attempts to flip it the other way. Go ahead and give me a strength check. Just give me a strength check. Again, very difficult.
9.
Doesn't even budge.
Dang.
It is locked in place. Being that close, Ricky, now that you've had like your hand on it sort of thing, being so close, the timer is getting quite low, and the edge of the R in Rapture has a very faint red glow that is starting to like move across the, as like, it's basically like as the timer's ticking out, the word Rapture is now filling up like a, you know, you're like kind of looking at it fill and you're like, this is like now like a 10-second timer sort of thing. Like this is now counting down like the last bits of the sand are sort of falling sort of thing, and it's like it's just in time with the like, you know, once it's fully it's not like a incredible glow, but the text has a very, very faint glow now starting, and it's slowly peeling its way across.
On a yell, brace for impact, get in the corner, run!
Oh my gosh.
And I just run over in the corner.
Ricky is in corner. Who's following?
Just ducking down, trying to break.
You see a small
I'm actually
ball of a
stand on the
dragon.
tile.
Ricky, Rivet go like in the corner, just there.
Yeah, there.
Awesome.
That's fine.
So there is a small ball of Ricky in one corner, who has basically yelled, run across the room and been like, brace for impact, guys, like get down. What's the rest of you guys doing? Rivet backs up into a different corner. What are you guys doing? Aelith, Lucinda, where are you guys going? What are you doing? 8, 7.
Yeah, I'll go into the other corner on the tablet thing.
You're going up?
Yep.
Brilliant. Which corner? Bottom? Everyone's taking their own corner? Awesome.
I don't know why
5,
we've done it this way, but we have.
4,
It's been good, guys.
3,
What did I miss?
2,
Are we all in corners?
1.
Let's get up.
The 2 torches go out, and it's now darkness for 2 people.
Oh.
You hear a voice echoing. Small, pathetic lambs. Watch how you flee and scutter. Nothing's here. I just wanted toys to play with.
No.
The lights turn back on. I need Aelith and Rivet to both roll me a dex check as the tiles start moving back out of the way and like the pedestal starts lowering.
21.
Brilliant. Easy hop. Absolutely just easy.
A saving throw or just a dex check?
Just a dex
generally?
check. Just a general dex check.
21.
Brilliant. Both of yous immediately, you guys feel the like vibration as the plates start moving, and you guys are like, oh, they're moving again, and take the like quick step and just take the quick leap and jump straight off the tiles. You guys watch them fall away. The pedestal descends, they come back up, they seal, and the 2 doors, or the door that you guys originally came through stays up, the one that goes to the door room, but the other one slowly starts receding till it is flush with the floor.
You're awake. You're not even in the room.
Sprint through the door!
I want everyone to roll a quick... You're just sprinting straight through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone that's like taking a second in the room can roll a perception check. Anyone that's like sprinting straight out is leaving like straight out.
All right, I'll do a quick perception.
Awesome. These guys, like, they see the door basically get to halfway, and they, like, parkour leap over the little, like, in there. You don't notice anything.
I got
also
11,
didn't notice
Chrissy got
anything.
10. Yeah, right.
You guys make your way into the hallway.
I'll try the next door.
You just keep barging through.
Both of these guys not stopping, get to the next door, hit it with force, it flies open, and you guys stumble into a very familiar scene. These guys trailing behind.
Right.
At this point now, though, Weirdo, getting to your maximum movement distance now, you notice that it's not just your whole body that hurts. It is only one place that hurts.
Oh.
The next step of your step doesn't meet the ground sort of thing as soon as you thought it would. As you take your next step on your foot, that's a full step with your, like, you know, off your stuff, and you hit the wound. And the pain shudders through your entire body for one fraction of a second. You just get this wave of pain that radiates from the closed but very delicate wound that was your ankle, lower leg, you know. And you kind of stumble a little bit, but you do catch yourself as it does hit. But you guys hear the scream behind you guys of Lucinda, and also Tommy hears this, and you hear, "What's happening? What's happening?" as the giant bugbear runs to the side, and the two kobolds immediately follow, and
I forgot about his voice.
and you guys have the towering vision of Tommy as you guys are. How you guys? What's going on?
Tommy, you think you can help us quick? Friend's legs hurt.
I've got just the thing! And you see Tommy runs over to a desk, like, starts pushing things aside. There's vials breaking, things are sliding off the table. He finds a small box, grabs it, opens it up, and you guys notice the general look of it, and you're like, oh, a health potion. But when it gets closer, you're like, oh, that's a little different to the ones that we've seen. This is a greater health potion. It's literally going to heal you fully without basically any, like, hesitation sort of thing. Tommy sort of, like, puts it in your, basically, like, puts it in, like, uncorks and puts it in your mouth sort of thing, and sort of, like, tips your head back a little bit just with, like, the bottom, like, doesn't, like, not touching you to do it, but, like, just sort of, like, plonk and, like, moves up. Tommy will roll that one, and it is...
I knew I liked that.
It doesn't regen, it is just a health potion. It is a greater, it is 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they're not bad. Graders, it's only the second level, but it's still good. So 4, 8... So you just healed 18, so just your maximum, like, you're just full health. Like...
Nice. But leg does not regrow?
Leg does not regrow, this doesn't regen.
The whole time I'm just, like, eyeing his kobolds.
Just the absolute most bombastic side eye from both ends of the kobolds. Just, you just have sus on sus, just looking at each other, like, basically, like, it's become like a showdown sort of thing, yeah.
Wow.
Where it's just like they're not moving, even though technically they would usually just follow Tommy everywhere. They're currently in the stare down of the lifetime of just like the you know, the Western music plays, tumbleweed rolls across sort of thing. And that's currently what's happening amongst the kobolds. Tommy gets over there, puts the health potion. I'm sorry, I don't have anything stronger. This is the best I've got. I can get you back up to health, but I really can't. I don't have anything to... Actually... And he runs back to the other side of his workshop further away and starts rummaging through more stuff.
Can I look at my leg while this is happening?
Yeah, go for it. You can take
man.
a... You just have... It's a closed wound that covers... But it's like... Sort of like... Just below your... like your calf sort of thing, and it looks like something that got put into a food disposal, but then like has been just like healed over sort of thing. So it's rough, but it's healed. There's nothing's protruding. Like there's no bleeding, but it is soft and jagged, but healed. It's more like a cauterized wound than like a healed or anything like that. It's like no bleeding, but it's still very delicate, but there's definitely like a layer of skin is essentially covering it.
Or screaming.
No, you're good. You're good. Tommy's gonna fix you up. Tommy's gonna do it.
You just hear rummaging over there. Are you guys like pushing slowly like more into the room?
Yeah.
Some getting in. Are you like kind of hobbling in, following in Lucinda? Or are you gonna stay in the hallway essentially?
I'm just gonna stay there.
Brilliant. Still there, just like looking down at the leg, like that Peter Griffin moment of just like, no. Looking down at leg, just like grabbing the base sort of thing, just like, pain, you know. Yeah, Tommy's like rummaging over the other side of the room over here. He's like just making general chit chat. How did the weapon go? Did you manage to break it? And he's just like rummaging. He's full rummaging at this point.
We destroyed it.
Yes, the hand is dead. We have your things.
Brilliant! That's exactly what we needed to do. I'm glad you got my things back. You can hand them to one of the kobolds there.
There you go.
This one does now break eye contact and like sort of scurries over to the corner to put it on like the bench sort of thing and starts like rummaging through, like sort of throwing out broken stuff. Just began repairs essentially, like started doing little like fix-ups and patching holes and stuff like that. Tommy's still just like rummaging through stuff. Pretty cool room. You guys can like look around while they're rummaging and stuff like that, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys
I don't
have,
want
like,
to steal from Tommy.
I like Tommy.
I didn't say that! It's a cool room. You could look around. I don't want to steal from him.
That's what you were implying. Like, gather resources. I'm like, I don't like him.
I want to ask, what's he cooking up right now? What are you fixing up for Lucinda?
I might be able to make a little something that we can slip over what's there so they can still have a bit better movement, but it won't be quite as good as the original thing, but it might do for a while.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
We love Tommy.
I give Tommy a kiss on the mouth. No.
Give him the most passionate kiss on the mouth that any bugbear has ever received.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like tearing through stuff. You see him like grab little thing. He's got like bugbears have like double the reach of a normal person. It's like an arm on an arm sort of thing. So like he's reaching across like the full table and like picking stuff up from like under the table and stuff like that, and just like putting it into this thing in the middle. You can't kind of see what he's working on because it's basically just like arms reaching into his center sort of thing. Like he's just like pulling things in and like you hear like ratcheting sounds and things like that. And after sort of like 5 or 10 minutes, you guys could, if you guys want, you guys can take a like short rest here if you aren't wanting to do anything. You guys could sit down and just like pull up a chair or something.
Rest here.
You guys wanting I mean, you can discuss that with the whole party sort of thing, but that's like 8 hours. That's like taking the night here.
Is there any downside to doing that?
There's not really. Like you get all your stuff back and everything like that. We can just do we'll just do a time skip of Tommy crafting. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to take a long rest here, then I'll say it's a bit of a better like cobbled together thing that Tommy makes, sort of thing. Like if you guys are going to sit down and have some time, sort of thing, it'll be a little bit better than it was going to be.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Awesome. Brilliant. If you guys are going to hang around, I'll put a bit more effort into this.
Are you gonna explain what happened to my leg?
I'll just
So
say
you
that
jumped
you guys
into a black hole.
are all just like sitting up against this table.
You fucked around and found out. Legorus nomoricus.
Brilliant. You guys do your long
Yeah.
rest thing, like do your character sheet
I already
stuff.
did the long rest thingy, so
Awesome.
Oh.
Get your stuffs back, get your spells, make sure you get your spell slots back and everything like that. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, awesome. So as you guys are like finishing your long rest, Tommy comes back over and presents you guys with it's rough looking. He's working with what he's got. It's a dungeon. He's taking like scraps of things and stuff like that. Like the dungeon's been here for a while. It's been farmed for a while, so it's like it gets the old like it gets a little shake up sort of thing, but no one's like completed this dungeon. It hasn't had a full reset in a long time, so it's really just like there's still a good chunk of materials that have been brought down here and left down here, whether it's like old cans and stuff like that. Literally just like scrap. Like this thing is cobbled together with scrap. But it is what looks like a kind of comfy little like kind of socket onto a peg leg. Very like pirate-esque, but it looks like it's got a very comfy little socket in it. Where you'd be able to rest your legs sort of thing, and like it's got a few straps and buckles sort of thing. Well, this is what I could make. Are you interested in it at all? Just kind of gesturing it to you, Lucinda. Since you got my stuff back, you can have it on the house. No, I won't ask for a trade or anything.
Okay.
Awesome. Dope. Tommy takes a few moments to sort of like fasten it to your leg. It hurts to get this thing put on because it's still raw. Like it's still just it's gonna take it's gonna take a bit of time for it, like the wound to just settle, sort of thing. All those things. So it hurts getting it put on, not like crazy amounts, sort of thing, but just like enough that it's like putting on shoes with a jubbed toe, sort of thing. It's just not nice. But it gets fastened to your leg, sort of thing. You sort of move it around a little bit. You still have your disadvantages on your dex checks and everything, but your movement speed is up to 20 instead of its halved state. So you're now at like a base 20 rather than like half your movement speed, because it's like if you buffed your movement speed, it would then be half of like your buffed movement speed. So now your base your base movement speed at the moment is 20. So you still can't get quite as far, but yeah, it's like you don't have like you're walking okay. Like it'll take a little bit to get into it, sort of thing. But yeah, peg leg.
Can I ask something real quick?
Of course.
So I did the long rest and my max HP went from 16 to 12. So how do I fix it?
I'm not sure. It shouldn't have. Oh.
I remember it resetting when I did a rest last time as well.
Oh, there's a check mark that says reset maximum HP changes during this rest. Uncheck that when you do the take long rest.
I see. Okay.
Because that just like reverts. So it's like you just I don't know what your scores were. I think yours was. So yeah, I mean, you guys are just gonna have to work. Like we can get
change it back.
Yeah, you change it back to whatever you had, sort of thing, if you remember. Otherwise, take your average. It'll still say there your average HP. I think some people rolled their average anyway. So yeah, just change your HP back and make sure you uncheck that mark when you take your long rests.
Awesome, thanks.
All good. Yeah, but all right, you guys. So yeah, all rested and recuperated a little bit. You know, Lucinda's still sore.
Can I have crafted health potions out of the plants during our rest?
No, you don't have. You probably don't have. Tommy was probably pretty busy working on the peg leg sort of thing. Let me see what proficiencies you have.
I was just like, oh, he's got potion stuff. I could maybe use his stuff.
have herbalism kit proficiency, but you just don't have one. But
I don't have one.
I mean, logically, like you said, yeah, like you don't have a herbalism kit on you, sort of thing, because it's like something that costs money. But you do have proficiency in it, like you've used it, like in your. It's like learning how to use it, but you don't have your own set, sort of thing. But I mean,
he's got the full setup.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me quickly check what craft. Roll me.
Are there any other ingredients that I need that I wouldn't have?
Well, I'm kind of making crafting where it's like you kind of need like the main ingredient, and then you kind of just go with like the other ingredients are just cost a little bit of gold, sort of thing. So it's like Tommy probably has the other components. They're like really basic potion components. It's like every potion has a flask, some water, and whatever the other thing is, like sort of like the red berries that make it red, sort of thing, and then you grind the herbs up into it, and that's the combo, sort of thing. So it's like, I'll say, yeah, you talk to Tommy about it. Sure, you're welcome to use all my setup over the other side. Just go see that other kobold. He's the one with my tools and stuff. He'll be able to direct you around and show you the things. You're welcome to use some ingredients and stuff like that.
And stuff like that. So do I need to roll something to see like how many I could make or something?
Well, you'll only be making one. It's like a time-consuming process to even make one. So it's like you're going to be able to make one during, but it's whether you succeed or fail. I'm going to say because it's your first time doing it, like, out of the, like, basically it's like, yeah, you did potion class in the druid circle sort of thing, and they sort of showed, you had a teacher there, and, like, you could ask questions. So this is, like, your first time doing it unguided, essentially. Like, you don't have any...
like, quite a different setup as well to what...
Yeah, so it's, like, all of those different things. I'm going to get you to just go with a straight... Let me go with a medicine check? Yeah. No, medicine's like healing something.
Intelligence?
I was thinking that. Let me just look up crafting. 1 second. So just give me 1 second.
That's alright. I'm gonna go over to the kobold that Tommy directed me to and like kind of like looking at Rivet out of the corner of my eye. Just be like I'm like want to be nice, but I also want to respect Rivet. And I'm like, hi. I'm like whispering, like, how are you? I'm like feeling very awkward.
Yeah, go on. We'll just make it. We'll make it an intelligence roll with a DC of 15 sort of thing to make your first health potion ever on this long rest. So yeah, you take your time. Yeah, intelligence. We'll just a general intelligence check.
It's a 5.
So unsuccessful on this attempt, but you don't. It's not like you use all of your ingredients. But you crush up a little bit, and you're working it out. You're like, oh, how much did Teach say to put in there? Oh, and you're just like, you're kind of guessing it a little bit, sort of thing. Currently you're getting fitted out for your leg, Lucinda, so you're currently under you're being worked on, sort of thing. I think that would have all of your attention. So yeah, sadly we'll go with unsuccessful for this time, and you used a few of the herbs, but we'll work out exactly like how many of the herbs you got and like how much that's worth, because like there's not really a clear rule on it, so it's like I kind of have to come up with it. So we'll work it out. Because you guys are deeper into the dungeon, so the plants are a bit more like abundant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they are like kind of dying a little. All the things. We'll work it out though.
I'm like fumbling with the equipment, the like glass together. The kobold's looking very stressed.
Wonderful.
Clumsy rabbit.
First time making potions. You try your best, but just you end up with something that's just, it looks okay, but it's not. Like you know that it's like there's a bit of settlement at the bottom. It didn't quite mix right. It's not a health potion, but it's an attempt. It's a first attempt. It's the error of trial and error. You've learned something. But you guys are going to be kind of ushered out of the room towards like you guys are sort of wrapping up your long rest. You've been fitted out with your leg now, so you can move a little bit further, and kind of, but you're still inhibited sort of thing by this new attachment sort of thing. It's not perfectly sized. It's a little bit lopsided sort of thing. But you guys have essentially one door to head out. You guys heading over to Zaya?
Before we do that, can you like zoom out to see if there's any other doors we haven't gone through in the rest of the dungeon?
There definitely is, but you guys aren't keeping a map technically, so you guys got a little sneak peek last time. If you guys wanted to keep a map, you guys needed to kind of do that yourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm not like just gonna. It's like you don't get a bird's eye view of life sort of thing. So, but yeah. If you guys want to start trying to keep a mud map or anything, but yeah, you guys. So unless there's anything specific that you guys are like, gotta remember to do that. You guys also have like the way out essentially. Like we can do some stuff on the way out if there's anything you want to do there / like because last you guys basically get like half of an episode of like leaving the dungeon, and then half of the episode of being in town if you just want. So it's like you guys get a bit of role play with town and a bit of dungeon on the way out sort of thing. So you guys will have a little bit of on the way out time for stuff. But so it's like, unless there's anything that you're like, oh, I had to go check that out sort of thing, you guys are pretty much like, let's keep going, because like your quest is to get through the dungeon and reset it sort of thing. Like that's what you guys have been tasked to do. So I would say that's kind of like where you guys would be mentally for that sort of stuff. Like, you don't necessarily have like a bird's eye view and stuff.
Yeah, let's go over to that other door then.
Hey.
Hey, Tommy.
Hobble, 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 hobble. It takes Lucinda a little bit longer, but they make their way over there. So did you have it? You said you might have one, maybe. Was there something that you were very specific? Like, if it's like anything you want to do in this room, go for it. Anything that's like I really wanted to check out that door. Like that might be an on the way out kind of thing, or whatever. Well, technically, you guys don't get on the way out. As
I'm making my way to the door, I'm still staring down the kobold, just like backing away slowly.
I just have to correct myself there because I'm actually just like wrong there because my lore doesn't do that. So you guys don't technically get on the way out time. I just have to correct that. So you guys, if there is something that's like burning a hole in your mind or anything like that. Are you saying you kind of have like a map?
You see three places that you like want to try, Lucinda? Is that what you mean?
Doors we haven't tried.
I don't think no one was like specific about taking a map or anything like that, and no one's like actually got like something that they're drawing out. Unless you do have something that you're actually like drawing out. It won't be something that's like, oh, actually, I think I would have a map sort like no one said anything, so we can't just like will it to existence.
I don't know. I feel like we won't be able to fully, discover every room. Like it's a big dungeon. I feel like we got to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going in, find better stuff. That's Ayla's opinion. I guess, it's kind of like at this point, it's like, if you're like, oh, I've got a map, it's like, okay, you'll start drawing
if you
up until now.
if you've been keeping a map like since the start or something, and like you genuinely like send a photo, like absolutely, like, you know, throw a photo in and be like here and here. Like if you've genuinely got a map that you've drawn IRL to keep track of where you've been, that's what I mean. Yes, absolutely. And then you're like, this is where I want to go, sort of thing. Like, yeah, dope. Other than that, you guys have kind of like you're gliding through the maze sort of thing. Like you guys got a little glimpse into it last session sort of thing. But like if you do have a actual map that you've been drawing sort of thing, yeah, go ahead and share it. And if you like, you can kind of show it off to the party sort of thing. And be like, these are the places sort of thing. But if you want to start taking a map or something from now, you're also welcome to do that. If you want to start like taking note of things like that, like, so it's like, if you do have something, like, absolutely, like, yeah, let me know, like, you know, use it sort of thing. But it's like, we can't just like will it into existence now. You can't just be like, oh, I draw it all now and I've had it the entire time, sort of. Like, that is half my fault telling you guys.
Yeah.
Yay, weirdo!
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, go ahead, throw it in the chat sort of thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely, my memory is crap.
My memory is alright. I remember certain things.
Good for you. You don't get to see the map then. You're
remember
Yes.
random certain things. Like that hand room. I know it's somewhere in the dungeon. The hand.
I have a general idea, but, you know, I don't really know exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should have a general idea. You guys have been walking through it sort of thing. Like, you'd know from general recount sort of thing, but it's like, at this point, you guys are like moving through the dungeon. That's your quest sort of thing. It's like, if there was specifically something that you've like jotted out on a map and you've been like, gotta check this out before we leave sort of thing, like, you can go do that possibly now sort of thing. But it is like, it is going to be time. Like, this is like above the table sort of thing. It is just time we're using up sort of thing. Like, I don't care. This is just, I love D&D sort of thing, but it's like, it is just going to make your campaign take, like, your little one shot is just going to take longer sort of thing. Like Indy said, you don't have to explore everything. I get the feeling of wanting to and stuff like that, especially like just as a gamer sort of thing. But like, you know, that's like, just, you know, play it logically sort of thing, as long as we're going with logic. So it's like, if you like I said, if the map's there and you do have something specifically you want to do, absolutely, and we definitely want to see the map sort of thing. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's like the kind of note keeping that I usually do in my campaigns, and it's like, I love that stuff. I love it. But yeah, well, is there anything specifically that you're like pointing out on this map to do, like, you know, like, can we send through like the picture of the map sort of thing.
Map.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yay!
I love your map.
Right, that's awesome.
Right, it's really good. You should have seen the map that I drew for my first little like one shot. I was like, because they didn't have Dickenheim hadn't got like their program set up to like have a battle map, so we were doing fully like theater of the mind. So I had it like, I was like drawing it out from like complete nothing sort of thing, like just absolutely like just freehanding a map sort of thing, and that was horrifying to look at. We got to see the map at the end, and I like looked at mine, looked at theirs, and I'm like, some things fit, like technically it's all right. I'm like, that links up there and that links up there, but like I had some long ass hallways that didn't exist.
That's funny.
That's great. I love it.
Everyone brings
this is the stuff I'm like hyped for. This
different.
is like, as a DM, this is the stuff that like I'm literally like, my face hurts from smiling because I'm so excited.
Aww.
Yeah.
All right, back in character, guys. Back in character. back.
I was gonna say, we could take another break. It's technically break time.
A little break.
We did take, I think our break was a little longer, and we have had, we had like the intro and everything, and we have been just like chatting for a while as is. So
true.
It hasn't been much actual gameplay at this point. Like, a lot of this will probably get cut out of videos and stuff.
This is the break.
Right, we're currently kind of a little bit still on a break.
Yeah.
But if we want to, we'll get back into it. So yeah, if there's anything you want to specifically do, if there's a door that's like, we got to check this out before we leave sort of thing. Also remember, you guys have just made it back to the same room through a different door, so there could be doors that lead back to other doors and stuff like that. So just a thing to keep in mind, that you have, there are doors that lead to the same places and stuff, but any of the characters, you guys are basically like, yeah, Lucinda's finished being fit out. Aelith took their attempt at making a health potion. You guys have rested. You guys are up. Put all your stuff back on. Pack's on. Where he's going.
I'm chill to stay here and get ready to go through the next door.
All right, Aelith's ready to move on. Doesn't really feel like going back or anything. Awesome.
Me too.
Weirdo's showing some interest in the room behind the mage. Weirdo's now happy to keep moving on. Ricky is... Are we going through the door? Who's touching the door?
Can I ask about the door?
Hey?
Can I ask Tommy about the door? What's through here?
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's through the door here?
Through that door is a goddamn annoying place.
Oh god.
Yeah?
God, I hate it.
I want to see what's over the door.
I'm curious. I want to know.
You good luck, I suppose. And you guys head towards the door. As soon as you guys open the door, light floods in.
Ooh.
There is so much light coming from inside this room. It is intense. Not blinding, but like you still have, like, you've been in the dungeon, you've had torchlight, and this is like, and you like rub your eyes a second to like, whew. And you hear from very deep inside the room, and here we welcome our latest guests.
Oh.
As you guys move into the room, and you just hear like,
on a talk show?
and you just hear Tommy just like, you just hear a like, oh, from Tommy. As you guys make your way in, you guys are met with, before you, is a sort of different colored stone platform, and on top is a red-skinned entity, wearing nice-ish armor sort of thing. It's not like, it definitely looks more ornamental than anything. It's very clearly not super practical armor. And you're basically getting beckoned into the light by this creature. Are you guys heading in?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Stepping forward, Lucinda hobbling behind. Tommy walks up to the door and is just like, I hate to be you guys, and just closes the door.
I know.
Just like it very just haphazardly. He's just like, ugh, and just like closes. Just like doesn't like slam it or anything. He's just like, he doesn't want the light in. Like it's just like, ugh, and closes it. And you're beckoned into the room by this now getting closer, a hobgoblin.
Oh.
Welcome to the finest dungeon entertainment in this side of the staircase. You were led down here into the sword ship hour. Monsters come here to take their downtime and have a good time.
Ooh, I like it.
In this moment, all of your attention gets put to the large, like, I don't even know how to describe this area here, sort of thing. It's like, it's covered in, but where the cover is kind of hollows out into a very large, like opera style seating. There's like rows and rows of,
thing.
not Colosseum. It's like it's more like an orchestra sort of thing. It's like there's like the stage is there, and like there's the little gap through there, and then there's just rows of seating with some higher seatings and stuff, and it is packed full of different monsters. There's goblins, there's hobgoblins, bugbears, all sorts of things. Like just creatures as far as you can see. There's a couple of zombies, a ghoul, just
Like cathedral.
yeah, just heaps of
Like
them, and they're all
live
just
audience
staring.
seating?
Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, just filled seats and stuff, and they're all just cheering and yeah, woo!
Take a seat, waiting for the people.
You guys are sort of just standing there, getting beckoned onto the stage.
Oh, we're the stage people. Oh crap!
You guys are basically getting beckoned onto the stage. Anyone that like doesn't want to go up, they don't have to. So who's going forward? You're like they're just like outstretched arm, like beckoning you forward, sort of thing. Like two hands, just like come on, like.
I'll go.
Wasn't stepping forward. Ricky said they were stepping forward. Everyone's going forward except for Lucinda. Welcome to the finest entertainment in the entire dungeon. All the monsters come here to just hang out and watch some quality entertainment. Here, we allow dungeon goers such as yourselves to show off some incredible objects and try to keep the crowd entertained for their rest until they have to go wander off into the dungeon somewhere else.
Fight you.
So, yeah, basically. Well, without further ado, let's get into this. We'll have Lucinda sitting just up the back here, sort of thing. You guys can sort of clustered around, and they sort of, they go to, like, there's a seat just under some siding, and you guys are now left. A pedestal rises out of the floor, just like it was like seamlessly tucked on the floor. It rises out. So.
Wait, Lucinda went and sat on the bleachers, or the host of the show?
The host is down by the bleachers sort of thing. Lucinda's currently sitting on the wall behind you guys. Okay. A pedestal has risen up, and there is currently 4 different, there's like 4 different, like, it's like a box came up out of the ground sort of thing. There's like 4 places where you can like reach in and grab something. Who wants to go first at entertaining the crowd? Or
oh crap,
you've got like goblins waiting. Everything's waiting, and you've got like the host is off to the side, and they're just like waiting for you to do something.
If no one else,
I'm gonna grab it.
Oh,
awesome. Plunging your hand into one of the holes, you pull out what feels like a rubbery cylinder. One end has a hole. The other end is seemingly sealed, like closed in at the end. But it feels like it's hard rubber almost. And you see one little line of small little sigils up the entire length of the side of it, sort of thing. You pull it out and you're holding it there. The crowd's like quieting down a little bit, and you notice the like hobgoblins like kind of giving you that like, like come on, like, like you know how you like wind your fingers in the air sort of thing, and it's like, come on, like do something, like come on. And they're like sort of like, and they're also then gesturing like they're holding it and they're like rubbing up the side of it with just one finger, and they're like, come on, like do the thing, like you should know what you're doing, but they're like telling you to like hurry up, essentially, like sort of thing. And you notice the crowd is getting a little restless. What are you doing? Rivet?
Just like, did you say he was telling me to like rub it? Is that what you
That was the 2 gestures. The 2 gestures was like, come on, and like looked like he was holding something and like rubbing his finger, like basically looked like you're holding it now, and like is like rubbing a finger in an upwards motion sort of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Which way are you facing it?
Towards the crowd.
The hole? You have a rubberish device with a hole in one end that looks like it goes like into it, and the other end is sealed. Like, so which end are you pointing, and where are you pointing
the hole at the crowd.
Brilliant. You rub up the side. As you do, all of the sigils have a faint glow, and the second you get to the top, the front erupts in foam.
Oh.
And it's a constant stream for about 3 seconds of just foam going everywhere. And they're now like it stops, and they're like excited and like waiting for you to say something. So like this is generally you were getting the idea that you're like, yeah, you're trying to like show and tell this thing. So roll me a performance or persuasion check, and like say what you're saying to the crowd. So like however you want to do that, you're like persuading them about this thing, or like you know, performancing.
Persuasion, you said?
Yep, and say what you're saying to the crowd, sort of thing. Give your speech on this item, sort of thing.
Okay, I rolled a 13.
Wonderful.
And I'm saying, look at this thingamabob. It's clearly a thingamabob that sprays foam from the end.
A low murmur starts to form in the crowd.
Clap, 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 clap.
Clapping from your teammates, but a low murmur starts to appear in the crowd, and the host is looking a little bit worried and is like, you know, like, come on then, next, like, come on, do something else that, like, you know, like, Don't think that one went over quite as well as you thought it did.
I'm gonna point it at Bob and rub it again.
Hey,
awesome.
Ricky. Point it at Ricky and rub it again.
This one's definitely a performance check at this point now. So roll that one again.
Oh, that is a nat 1. Oh no.
Oh.
So you thought you'd pointed it at Ricky, but you'd actually kind of turned it around whilst you were like, you know, the crowd was murmuring, and you got a bit like startled, like not startled, but you were a bit like sort of, you know, put on your toes by that, and you actually managed to turn it around. So when you rub this thing, the foam is ejected all over yourself. You're now covered in foam.
Let's gotta entertain them.
Crowd is confused. The murmurs stopped, and it's not joy or anything. They're just confused at what's going on. Like, this is their downtime, and they're like, well, we weren't entertained. Now, what are they doing? Like, general confusion is sweeping across the thing. The host runs up and kind of like is like, these guys are gonna like, they're monsters. They're gonna attack you if you don't like do your job, and like sort of pushes you back, sort of thing, and goes and sits back down. And they're like, come on, like. So next person to someone else want
Can I like
take a shot?
Force laugh and clap at Rivets and be like, ah, that was great! Like try to like
Absolutely,
get the
you
crowd
can.
to go with me.
I'll say go ahead and give me a persuasion at disadvantage.
So is that roll twice?
Roll twice, take the worst one.
I just got a nat 20.
Oh no!
I got a nat 20 and I got an 8.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
The murmurs begin again. It went from confusion back to a little bit of disappointment.
Oh.
Somebody else grab something out of here.
Ooh.
I murmur.
I grab it. Whatever.
Ricky goes for a different object, pulling out. You pull out a piece of glass, and at one end is like quite bulbous. It's like a piece of blown glass, and very similar. It has sort of runes going up the side of it, but it's sort of it's like a very vase shaped but clear glass.
Can I look through it?
Yeah, absolutely. You look through it. You're looking through it, looking at the crowd. It's
looking at the crowd for it.
The crowd are now like the murmurs stopped and their attention's on again, sort of thing. They're watching. They're waiting for their entertainment, sort of thing. You're looking through this glass. Nothing's happening. They're watching. They're watching in anticipation.
Are you not entertained?
I wish
Goblin
to see that. Are you not entertained? Look at this thing.
You hear one little goblin at the front. No!
I don't know. What do you mean no? Watch this. Can I walk up to him?
You can't like get into there, so it's like they're looking through like a window essentially at you guys. Like under that covered area is like a big window. You can approach further, like as you do, like it's like spotlight light on you. One of the like part of the light follows you, and you like walk forward. You can't you can't get into the crowd, but you're like essentially at like the front of the stage now.
Can anyone guess what this thing is? If you can, you get a cool thing.
The same goblin yells again. It's like, that's what you're here for!
So you don't want a cool thing? You'll get a prize if you win. If you can guess what it is.
The goblin sort of like looks to its friends on the side and like taps them, and it's like they start like they just chatter for a little bit, and they're like, "What cool thing?" The other monsters are like much less entertained by this, but you are directly just talking. The goblin's like, "Fuck it, like, what are you offering, bro?" Like the rest of the crowd is like, "What the fuck's like?" They've gone back to like confusion. They're not sure what's going on.
No guesses? Okay. I'll look back.
Wait, what was the thing? What was the thing?
This thing? You can't guess it? You can't guess this thing?
No, what's the prize? What do we get?
If only you could guess it. If only you could guess it.
They're like a little bit frantic sort of thing. They're like, do we like say something? They're like, is this part of the entertainment? Like,
It is. You better answer.
One of the different ones, one of the other ones just like blurts out, and they're just like, glass.
What
Close enough. Glass. Close enough. Here, you can have this glass. Wow.
As you like throw it, it gets to the like where the window is, and as it goes through, it just turns to dust and just showers the crowd with dust. And now roll me that performance check.
Ooh.
No way that's a persuasion.
16.
Crowd confused and quiet for a second, erupt with laughter and hysterics, and then clapping from the bugbears and stuff. Hey, we like this guy. This one's good. Yeah, get this guy. Yeah, get this one on her. You just hear like everyone's hype now at this point. Like everyone's back to some form of hype. They sort of like direct, like they sort of shoo you off the stage now.
I'll turn you to my friend here.
I'll also say you've been like sort of shooed off to the side. You failed.
Ooh.
Sadly. All right,
I'll step up.
Ayla steps up, reaches in, grabs.
Me? Like, are you waiting for
Yeah,
me
yeah.
to say it, or?
No. Sorry, I just have to read what the object is. I just have to find it on the table. I just rolled for it. So what you pull out of the one of the other slots is a large pill-shaped metal object. 2 leather straps cross basically put across it, binding it together. What do you want to do with it? Like that's what you've got. You've got it like it's like two belts have been basically like binding a big pill together.
Can I untie the belts?
Absolutely. You untie the belts. The pill basically falls straight open, and inside you see 3 sausages.
What's the crowd's reaction to this?
They're just waiting. It's hushed, and they're back to waiting in anticipation. The excitement's on their face. They're smiling. They're in a good mood. And they're just waiting for you to do the thing.
3 sausages.
Mm-hmm. Are you like grabbing the sausages or doing anything?
Yeah, I'll pick them up.
Awesome. As you grabbing all of them, like all 3 in like a little bundle?
Are they not? They're loose. They're not in a link.
No, not in a link.
Yeah, I'll grab them all.
As you pick them up, you hear a strange sound, but oddly all in tune. A nice little harmonic. But just imagine the pitch higher and lower, perfect harmony. Just a little,
Okay.
like, perfect little, like,
Where does the sound come from?
the sausages.
Oh, okay. Of course.
Where would it come from?
I'll like test the note on each sausage.
Put them back down on the table, and you sort of touch each one, and you sort of give it a little squish, and it goes,
I'll start playing a song for everybody on my sausages. Did they like it? Did they like my song?
Roll me a performance check on that one.
It's a 5.
Ooh.
I did pretty good.
It is quiet.
No!
Murmurs begin.
Can I do another
The
song?
host
Play a
the
different
host is like, you know, yeah, giving you that, like, you know, like, go again, like, you know, come on, like, do something else then, like, they didn't like that one, do something else.
Can I go? Guys, I need you to join in and sing with me while I play.
What are we singing?
We're singing Ye Old Fable, Twinkle Twinkle Little
How
Star.
about Super Bass by Nicki Minaj?
We're playing Super Bass by Nicki Minaj. Everybody get ready, everybody get ready. And I'm conducting you. I'm like, 3, 2, 1.
Twinkle, twinkle.
doing it?
You're being conducted.
No, okay. Let's do a song that we will.
Well, how many-
No. We're gonna do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Okay, that works.
Okay. And I'm gonna play my sausages while
Just
we
grab my
sing.
lyric.
Everybody. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Twinkle, twinkle,
Twinkle,
little star,
how wonder when you are
up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are.
Roll me a performance check with advantage.
All of
Oh my
us,
God.
or just her?
Just Aleph.
Performance?
Performance, yeah.
I got 14 twice, so 13.
Really? Wow.
The murmurs slowly turn to cheers.
Oh!
Not full blown like Ricky's, but they're just like, yeah, this is pretty good, yeah, I like this, it's not bad. We like the sausage girl, yeah. You're then sort of gestured off the stage by the hobgoblin.
Yay!
As a mixed performance, they're now gesturing Lucinda forward sort of thing. They're like, come on, they need a little bit more. Come on.
Tommy?
I'm so proud of us.
Weirdo. Or, Lucinda, get up here.
Lucinda, do that thing, you know.
Lucinda!
Yeah, you gotta. They might eat us. No.
Try getting eaten by these things, it's gonna be your fault and I'm gonna be mad.
Well, we're gonna be mad. We're gonna
I
be in
gave
this
you a bone!
We saved you. Tommy did.
Please.
The cheers are slowly turning back into murmurs.
Fine!
You gotta
Give you another bone.
Throws it at their head.
Tonk.
Wonderful. Step up to stage, you reach in, you grab the last item inside. Out of the hole, you pull a complex series of metal frames that are adorning a thick pair of goggles. Sort of like those old style like jeweler's glasses where it's like there's like 3 lenses and you can like flick them down sort of thing. It's like it's crazy though. There's like small ones, big ones that have like little looking like reticules and stuff on them, like just lenses lenses on arms on this thing. What are you doing with it? Very similar to everything else. They're pretty crudely made, and they have a small like series of runes laid into where the like the arms of the glasses kind of are. They're like sort of glasses goggles. Yep, touching the runes doesn't seem to do anything to these ones. Not with your finger, at least. As you put on the glasses, as soon as they rest down onto your nose, you have a very strange sensation. You feel a twisting in your face.
Oh.
And when you talk, you move your mouth a little bit, and you're like, why does it feel like that's coming from my forehead? And you sort of reach for your mouth, and it's not there. It's blank skin. So you instinctively reach for your forehead. And you put your fingers straight into your mouth. Well.
And you don't have yummy sausage fingers.
Crowd now silent, waiting. What are you saying to them? Performance, persuasion. Entertain the crowd with your newly found device. Awesome. Roll me a performance check. Performance? Yeah. Are you trying to be funny? Is that the like goal to be like?
You're so sassy.
I was just thinking.
Are you trying to be funny?
The murmurs begin. They're not a fan of that line, you see. You're getting the gestures to come up with something. You guys could jump in and help or something if you just want to maybe try that or anything like that.
I'm gonna point the foam sprayer at Lucinda and do it.
Before you even notice, a jet of white, scentless foam hits the side of you. What are you doing with the 3 seconds of foam stream? Are you like just going for a little like a water fight sort of thing? Just like a anywhere you're aiming in particular? You going like head to toe? What's the go?
Head to toe.
Head to toe, covered. You look like a little goddamn snowman covered in foam. I'm out. I'm leaving. You walk off the stage. As you walk off the stage, go ahead and roll me the performance check. Maybe they like a dramatic storm out. Yeah.
Oh.
It is your performance.
Oh ho 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 ho.
They fucking loved that shit.
Oh.
You have never heard a crowd. So wild. Food starts coming through. There's like little like scraps and trinkets coming through. There's like little bits of bones, little bits of scraps of material, little like flowers that are just like random, like nothing special, just like random little things. It is coming through. They're going crazy. This is the greatest thing that these goddamn monsters has ever seen in their life. They're losing their damn minds. The little goblins are shaking each other at the front, just like cackling to themselves. The bugbears are like arms in the air, just like swinging their arms around. They're going wild.
Well done.
And yes, you heard right. Bones.
Bones.
She's never been happier.
That's amazing.
Hey, they're throwing them for you. It's your performance. You go sweep up your earnings if you want. Brilliant. You have a little pouch full of bones, all of just little various sizes, nothing bigger than sort of like, you know, like the big bone in like a chicken wing, like even like the drumstick. That's like the biggest size bone that they've thrown. Like everything else is like little rib bones and stuff like that. Like, you know, everything, like they're roughly about chicken wing size sort of thing. Nothing crazy big or anything. So you can collect a little pouch full pretty easily. Are you picking up anything else? There's like I said, there's little scraps of just literally just like it's kind of just crap. It's just scrap. There are just like little round circles of metal and stuff like that. There's little like flowers. They don't look like, again, being a druid, you know, kind of you kind of know plants pretty well. Like these don't look like anything that's like you didn't learn about these in potion class. They're probably just native to the dungeon sort of thing. Yeah, absolutely. I was going to do break after this one anyway. Brilliant. Scooping up the bones. Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome. Cheers. Just eruption of cheers sort of thing. The host gets back up in front of the door. Entertained, everyone. A wonderful day it's been. Now get back to your jobs, you stinky animals, and grabs this massive grate that you guys didn't notice and slams it shut. Basically, like just like closing this massive iron grate that's like it's like basically like reminiscent of like
a shop closing gate kind of thing?
More intimidating, more like a bank teller, like the robbery ones. It's like it comes down with some extra force sort of thing. Like this thing was made to come down in an emergency sort of thing. Like it comes down with some good force sort of thing. They turn around. Had this one installed when we had a couple of unfortunate performances one time. I didn't think they'd actually kill them all, but they had fun.
Oh my god.
And they basically just walk out the room and head towards Tommy's. Open the door, leave.
Poor Tommy.
Poor Tommy.
You guys all have one hallway out. Start heading towards it, and we will take our break there. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. We'll grab those snackies. We'll do the break. We'll be right back. And we are back. All right.
We're taking the singing sausages with us, correct?
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
definitely we need those.
I want to know what happens when we eat.
And I have the foam sprayer still.
Brilliant. So,
Whoa.
you guys start approaching this door, and you see hunched up by the door, brown cloaked. You hear a slight like muffled weeping noise almost. You just hear like a I made terrible mistakes. Oh.
Are you okay?
You walk up to him and he's clutching a small glass in his hands that seems to contain a yellowish looking substance. And he's just sort of sitting there curled up on the floor, just clutching onto the cup, kind of rocking a little bit. I've messed up.
Oh no.
And he takes his little sip, sort of thing. You guys are approaching. Oh, I didn't see there. How many of yous are there? And he sort of like puts a hand up to sort of like focus his eyes. How are you guys? As he tries to like compose himself a little bit, wipes the tear rolling down his face, sort of thing.
There's 4 of us.
One, two, three. That's right. There's 4 of yous. Yep.
Great work.
Oh.
Do you need a hand with anything? Or anything? Are you alright?
I really think I've messed this one up this time.
What happened?
Oh, I said things that I shouldn't have, and I shouldn't have things that I said, and I don't think they're gonna take me back. Oh.
Can we help you at all?
Yeah, you reach a hand out for him, and he sort of puts his hand up to reach, and as he does,
Oh!
all over his front, the grossest yellow, green, sludgy vomit covers himself. It is gross. It doesn't look like normal vomit, sort of like it's gross. Like it looks like he's ate slime and threw up slime, sort of thing. Like it's not the right consistency or anything. It smells not like horrible, but like you're like it's not a pleasing smell, sort of thing.
Ooh.
Are you still holding your hand out?
Yeah.
He sort of like fumbles his hand around and sort of like grabs your finger a little bit. Are you like pulling? You didn't pull away or anything?
No. I might
he's sort of like
on him.
He like helps him. He helps his way up, sort of thing. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm just. I keep messing up and wait. I didn't tell you guys about the treasure, right? Because that's what they keep saying. They're like, Borback, you can't keep telling people about the treasure. Oh, Borback, stop telling people. And I'm trying, but it's hard, and I can't do it. And he starts a little bit crying again.
There's treasure.
No, there's no treasure. I'm not meant to tell you about it. I can't take you into the room for the treasure.
There's a room full of treasure.
Just beyond, you see just a normal stone dungeon, a wooden dungeon door sort of thing that you've seen previously.
What's in this door?
This is I'm not meant to say anything about it. It's in there. That's what they keep telling me, and I keep getting in trouble for it. And I can't take you there because that's where we keep the treasure, and we can't take everybody into where the treasure is because that's how we lose the treasure. And they keep saying, no, Borback, can't do that. Stupid Borback. Idiot. And I get sad and I leave, and I don't think they want me back. As he throws up once more. All over your feet now, Ricky.
I'm gonna throw it up back.
He's like bent over like to throw up on your feet, and you just like wet the top of his head and all over the back of him sort of thing by throwing up over the top of him. It's a sight for the rest of the party. You guys just basically watch. It's like one of those like fountain features where the water comes out somewhere, hits a ball, and like flows off the side, and like if it wasn't people throwing up, it could have been pretty, but it wasn't.
Can I call out like, no, it's okay, you didn't mess up, you're okay, everything's alright, you're doing a good job, buddy.
You mean that? You really do.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You should come up to him and say that. Just walk up to him.
Yeah, I'll go up and I'll go, pat
Yeah.
his head and be like, you're doing just fine. Don't say bad things about yourself.
You really mean it? You're not just saying that, because sometimes they do that. They just say things and they don't mean it, because then they go, stupid idiot, and I don't know what to believe.
What's your name? What's your name again, kid?
Bowback.
Bowback. You're doing fine. You're not stupid, and no one should be calling you that.
Will you tell them that?
I will.
As they
tell them,
gesture
Bowback.
towards
Bring
the
me
door
in.
and start like going, and they start going into the door, sort of thing. You tell them that, because they
I'm
say mean
stomping after
things.
them.
Awesome. You guys
I
open
will.
the door and follow Bowback in. Inside is quite the sight. The floor is almost stained with this like goopy bile, thick goo. It's everywhere. Like, you immediately see another cultist slumped up against... I'm just going to move them back a little bit. They're like slumped up against a barrel sort of thing. You see another person in the very same attire sort of thing. They're sort of slumped up. They're standing though. And you see that they're... And you notice that they've got longer hair coming out the front of their hood and stuff. Oh, back, you're finally back, you stupid fucking idiot. What the... We've told you so many times, you can't keep bringing people here, you fucking idiot. What the hell?
Thumping against the floor in anger.
You hear from up on like a balcony sort of thing, you hear basically like a symphony of... As
Oh my God.
you look up and see the three cultists that are standing up on this balcony are basically all just over the side of the balcony, just throw up all onto the floor. They're slumped. They're just various sizes and races sort of thing. You can kind of peek through their hoods, but you see these other hooded figures, and they're all wearing the same sort of attire, and they're just on the balcony up there. They're barely doing anything, sort of thing.
Have you guys been mistreating Bowback here? Huh?
Bowback in the room. This is them. You tell them what you told me.
I'll say, hey,
The
you're the
lady.
stupid...
The lady like
I'll-
puts their hands up and whoa, loud. No, I don't know.
I'll say, hey, you don't pick on Bowback. Everybody makes mistakes. He's not a stupid fucking idiot. You're a bully.
Well, he signed up for the same thing we did. I don't know what to tell you, Missy. What kind of creature are you anyway with the long fuzzy ears? You just, look at fucking idiot.
Oh,
How could you mistreat a little little Aleph like that. How could you?
You guys are all the same. You guys are just all I don't even know why he came back in here. He should have just stayed in the other parts of the dungeon.
Well, you're stupid looking.
No, you're stupid looking.
No, you.
No, what even is this?
No.
What are you doing here? What did he tell? What did you tell them? I didn't. They said that I didn't tell them about the treasure, and they said that they're gonna come in here and tell you guys not to call me a stupid idiot because I don't like it. Oh, Bobak, but you are a stupid idiot. And raises their glass and takes a big swig of this like yellow looking goop sort of thing. Takes a big swig of it and just seems to get a little bit more like delirious in their state sort of thing. You currently hear some other, like, the people from the top the top balcony are just like laughing along and just throwing out the occasional jabs at just anyone sort of thing. Fucking long ears, fucking silly, stupid looking fluffy fucking These guys on the balcony are like, basically they'll throw out a quip and then throw up over the balcony. they're going through the motions, but they're still just like hurling insults essentially.
Can I get my...
All drunk fools.
Can I get my quarterstaff and bonk this guy on the head?
I was gonna slap the drink out of his hand.
Sure. You step forward to this one that's like currently, just throwing the most shade.
I'm trying to do damage here.
You're doing damage? Go for it.
Oh damn.
I'm hitting him hard.
Go for the hit. Roll to hit.
I'm gonna use 2 hands.
Okay. You'll have to put your shield down for that. You've got your shield in one hand.
I'm gonna use 1 hand. So is that the top one, 1d6?
Yeah, so you still have to roll to hit first. So the...
Yep. Alright. Yeah, well, I got a 3.
Well, even though they're just sort of standing there, they sort of like, oh, hey, and like sort of turn out the way and dodge the staff coming down. I don't know about that one, Missy. And she like pulls a little knife from her waistband, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ah, just gonna slap the drink out of hand.
What have you done, Indy?
He was being a bully, or she was being a bully.
Okay, initiative.
Alright, I need my...
I got 18.
14.
Second.
15.
I need to get my initiative tracker up. I forgot to open one thing. I knew there'd be one thing that I forget to open. Awesome. So, first to go, I guess, again, is Aleph at the top of the initiative order. Bobak does seem to not be, like, you're not sure. Like, they don't seem to have made the aggressive motion towards you guys, but you're not like, you can't be 100 on this sort of thing. Like, you're not 100% sort of thing. But, yeah. Aleph.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going for? Your move first.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like upset that my first one didn't hit. I'm gonna drop my shield, grab my quarterstaff in both hands, and prepare to give him a big ol' whack.
Awesome. Roll that to hit. Not casting anything?
Nope. 21.
Definitely hits.
Nice.
1d8?
Yes. Just that, the bottom number of your staff damage.
And just 8.
Well.
Oh, 8 is the highest. I got an 8!
Right? I was like, an 8 is fantastic. Yeah, you that first swing missed, and you're like, nah. and then so you just take it sideways and just sort of hit them in the side of their head. And basically they were leant up against the wall, so you just hear this crack of you hitting their head and their head hitting the wall, and it's basically like those like the little marble things where it's like you drop one on one side and like the little physics toys. You just hear like smack, 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 as it's like basically you hit their head hits the wall, bounces back and hits your staff again, sort of thing, and they crumple to the ground.
Ooh,
you just see blood coming out of their like nose and a little bit out of their mouth, sort of thing. They're on the ground, dunzoed.
Oh, damn.
I take a deep, calming breath.
Killed another.
No!
After seeing this, number 4 up on the balcony climbs down the little stairs that are in this corner, gets to about there, sees that their friend is just like absolutely wasted on the floor. Like it is like noticeable like little damage. Like you can see the side of their hood is starting to like moisten and change color with like the blood that's pooling on in their hat, sort of like in their hood, sort of thing, like where the wound is. They sort of get down there and they're like, well, we can't have any of this. And you see them also pull very, very staggerly pull a knife from their belt. They are then going to which they pull their knife out, and as they're holding it up, you see it looks like they're just too top heavy, and they just sort of fall back, bonk, onto the ground. They're still like talking shit, but now they're just looking up, saying it.
The best.
You fucking stupid dumbass. Where'd you just go? You just vanished. Did you guys cast invisibility, you stupid idiots? And they're just like poking at in front of them with their knife, sort of thing. That takes us round to Rivet's turn.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow, and I rolled a 12 to hit.
Which one are you aiming for?
The one on the floor.
So I do believe when they're on the floor, they're actually harder to hit. It's a weird, creature.
Smaller hitbox. Pretty
much. It's like, if you're not within 5 feet of the creature, you have disadvantage on your attack roll. If you try to, it's basically like they're like laying prone on the ground, and they are like a smaller target, because you are like slightly at distance. If you move close and do a melee attack, it's like at advantage because they're on the ground and they can't move, sort of thing. But at range, it's disadvantage because they're like laying down in there. It's like it's basically like simulated cover essentially. It's weird, but sadly that's how it works.
Hit them.
Whatever you want to do. Right. I was just like, these guys are up and like on the balcony and standing. These guys aren't like prone up there. But this guy has like fallen back, essentially prone, whilst drawing his knife, sort of thing. Okay. So you make your I was just like informing you, sort of thing. That was like I'm just letting you know that's how it works. It's weird.
I'm actually gonna. Oh dear. Yeah, I guess I'll take a step up to him and pull out my hand axe and try to hit him. The guy on the ground.
Awesome. So you now get advantage on that to hit because they're prone. 1, 2, 3, easily.
Wow,
awesome.
7.
I'd say just roll it again. So like that's your first roll. I wouldn't bother with the first one, sort of thing. Just roll again.
Oh my lord.
Even though they're on the ground, somehow they're just like wiggling around, like swinging their knife, sort of thing, and they're like kicking their little legs and stuff like that. You just can't place the hit. Like you just sort of like ting 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 ting. Like you're sort of just like every time you take the swipe, they just like roll in a funny direction, and they're like, "Where? I hear you. Are you over there?" And they're just like kicking their legs around, and you just seem to miss them every time. That takes us over to Ricky's turn.
Get back, Bobak. And I just run over to the one on the floor.
I mean, you don't have to kill them. So they're just mean. They're just assholes. But I mean, okay. And they, awesome. And you head over there. Take your attacks of whatever you want to. Hey.
The rapier.
Yeah, if you want to, you get advantage on it.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
You guys see him whip out his rapier from his hip, sort of thing, and joust down into this guy.
Nat 20. 24.
Awesome. Something that you may not have read on your character sheet as well, Ricky. All the way at the bottom, your rogue skill, sneak attack.
Yeah.
Have a little read of that. Make sure you understand. If you have any questions on it, just because like this is a situation you technically could activate it.
Yeah. Could I?
I mean, yeah. Like read the skill, and like if you're confused about something, I'll explain the entire skill sort of thing. If you are confused about it, because there's definitely been times that you could have used it. You get to use this like every turn if it as long as it meets the conditions listed there, you can use this every turn. So have a little read through, and just if there's anything that you don't understand, I can clarify what they mean.
But they've seen me, haven't they?
Yes.
So I wouldn't be able to do that?
If you read the little bottom part, it says sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it and that enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So you are using your rapier, which means you are using a finesse weapon.
Yeah.
You technically have advantage on the attack roll, so you could use it like just default anyway. Sneak attack doesn't mean they can't have seen you. You can sneak attack them essentially at any point. Like as long as the conditions are met there, you either you need to be using a finesse weapon or a ranged weapon. You need to have advantage on the attack, or an enemy of that enemy, so your ally essentially. So as long it doesn't necessarily though have to be your ally, as long as it's an enemy of the thing that you're trying to stab, it classes as you don't need that advantage anymore. So you could add your 1d6 to this attack as well as like whatever. I'm just like letting you know sort of thing, as this is just a you've chosen the sword that can do it sort of thing. Like you're all within your realms to do it. You don't have to, but you haven't used it in the past. So I was just like,
yeah, I should try it. So yeah, I'll go for it.
Awesome. So that just adds to your normal attack. So it's literally just an extra 1d6 on your normal damage roll. So you still have to roll to hit, which you've done and you've critted. So you roll your crit damage, which is you basically roll the damage twice, and you'll have to take off your proficiency once.
Yeah.
Or actually, we'll roll it manually. So how you'll do it, I'm only like 90% sure so far. So you'll roll 2d8 plus 2 plus 1d6. So roll, yeah. So that's how you'd roll it. So you roll. You don't add your proficiency twice, or you don't add your like modifier twice. Just the dice. Oh yeah, actually your sneak attack gets doubled as well. So it's 2d6, 2d8 plus 2 is the total damage. Do you get that?
I think so.
So it's just the damage dice that get doubled. So you roll, your normal damage is 1d8 plus 2, and then your
11,
sneak attack is...
Just one sneak attack. And then 6. 6.
I don't know whether that one was the right...
The sneak attack?
No, the custom roll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine. And then it's 2d6 on top, so it's all the damage dice are doubled, just not your modifier. So the sneak attack damage is doubled, so you roll another d6 and add that, so it's currently 9 plus 6 plus another 6. then +2, which is your modifier that's normally on your rapier. So a shitload of damage. They're dead.
23.
They're fully dead. They're on the floor, and you stab your rapier down, and you just go straight through their chest. What was once like a kicking and squirming body drops immediately, just flat on the ground, completely lifeless. Immediately pierced their heart. They're dead.
Good at billing, go back.
You guys are murdering bullies. So,
Yay.
number 2 will now move and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets to you. They make it. They don't fall over. Brilliant. They're going to take their attack against you, this guy. This guy pulls out a longer sword than the last one. This you immediately notice it as a not brilliant, but it is a scimitar, a nice curved blade, kind of like a pirate cutlass sort of looking thing, without like the handguard. But yeah, they sort of draw this scimitar from their side and go for a slash against Ricky. Does a 17 beat your armor class?
Yes.
You take 6 damage as the blade scores across like your side sort of thing, like just down your arm sort of thing. You get a nice deep cut that runs the side of your arm, taking a good little chunk of damage. That is their move. They only get their one move. We then move over to Lucinda. What's your decision? You could just take the dodge action sort of thing, and that means they have disadvantage on anyone that does come to attack you. They have disadvantage on it. Awesome. Lucinda, I guess she's like stand in the door. Lucinda stands there and sort of just like readies their arms as there's a fight happening sort of thing, so they're like prepared and ready and waiting. That takes us over to Bobak's go. They're currently shocked. Oh no, they didn't have to. I mean, they were kind of assholes, but they didn't have to die, really. But you guys are the adventurers, I suppose. And Bobak sits down on the floor.
Okay. Yeah.
They're just like, okay, I don't know, and sit down. Taking us to number 3. They are also going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I suppose. And they're going to take their scimitar attack against Rivet, because they watched you choppity at their friend, though to no avail. They still saw it. Oh, actually, they have to roll their thing. They did just make it. That's fine. I'll take that as that's fine. They got a 13. That's fine. They made it. So they get there, they pull their scimitar out, they now attack. Does an 18 hit you, Rivet?
Yes.
Wonderful. You also take 6 damage from a strike of the scimitar, as you kind of just blindsided a little bit, and another nice gash down the arm. All right, they're dead. So that brings us back up to Aelith. Rules of the jungle apply here.
Wow, I'm from a different culture.
Kill or be killed in these woods. I'd say you can probably get there, but that's then a lot of diagonal movement to sort of then get back around to here sort of thing. So I'll say you can probably get to about there at a maximum, going sort of around the hubbub.
Yep. I'll give this guy a double-handed quarterstaff whack.
Absolutely, go for it. Roll that hit.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Okay, my hit is... Where is it? 14.
Absolutely hits.
And
You find purchase.
my thing is 2.
Wonderful. Back of the head. A nice little cracking sound as you bring the staff down. But this time it's more just the wood hitting sound. It's that cracking of wood sort of thing. Not like the staff is breaking, but just like that crack of wood hitting something rather than like the echoing sound that you've heard previously bonking things where the other item sort of, very much gave way. The hit was solid, but yeah, definitely not up to not up to your normal feeling of hits.
Yeah.
All right, number 4 is dead. So Rivet, that takes us to you.
I'm gonna hit the guy in front of me. Is he on the ground still?
Nope, both of these guys, the one that was on the ground, Ricky absolutely murdered, absolutely killed them to dead. They're the deadest they could be.
Oh, you didn't. They're not marked as dead.
Other guy literally is walking on top of the corpse.
Okay.
Homie's standing over his friend.
Oh, okay.
They're
So is
there,
that
they're
the guy
dead.
that hit me, or is the guy like kind of behind me? The guy that hit me.
The one that's behind you is Bobak. The one
okay.
that hit you is, I'm pretty sure... I don't think you've been hit by the cultist. Oh, no, this guy, yeah. This guy that's right in front of you has hit you with the sword, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him with my hand axe.
Brilliant. Wonderful.
21 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
And 8 damage.
You feel tearing flesh as you carve this axe down, sort of thing. You feel just the ripping as you go through. You've made it clearly through the cloth that's essentially protecting them. You have very much made purchase. You see red pooling onto the robes there, sort of thing, and they immediately clutch their stomach. They're not looking good, Chief. They're not looking good. Moving us over to Ricky.
Whoa.
What are you doing, Ricky?
The closest one alive.
They're both right next to you. You got one that's not focused on you, and you've got the one that just cut you, sort of thing.
I guess the one that just cut me.
Wonderful. Roll that hit.
Just keep to the rapier.
Yeah, if you want.
13.
A 13 does just hit.
4.
4 damage to this man. A turning pierce. You're not quite, didn't get quite the same strike as you did last time. You definitely pierced flesh, but again, you sort of see them grab at their shoulder, and you didn't quite get low enough, but you've gone through some shoulder and taken some damage out. That moves us over to number 2. This guy here. They're just gonna take another strike against Ricky. Yeah, they don't really have any other reason. Does a 6 hit? Ricky? Does a 6 hit?
Alright. No.
Yeah. The scimitar comes up and just you notice that they're a bit more wobbly in this slash. They don't have their footing quite right for the second turns, and they just whiff it. They just go wide. No contact, no dodge required.
Silly little guy.
They're just gonna stay there. All right, Lucinda, you just take it. What are you doing? Dodge action again? Yep, brilliant. Stays down in their ready position, just watching the ensuing battle. They're gonna go for their attack on Rivet. That is a... I turned it, I picked it up and I rolled the dice, I didn't see what it was. A 17.
Yeah.
17, you take... 2 damage. Also a bit shaky, but does catch a little bit of contact on a little bit of, you know, a bit of the upper shoulder sort of thing, taking a little nick. That takes us back around to Aelith.
I'll just quarterstaff him again. Right, I got an 18 hit.
18 hits.
And a 7 damage.
Not bad at all.
Okay, good.
This is a sound you're familiar with. They hit the deck. A sound that you're all too familiar with. You hear as the figure in front of you sort of crumples and falls to the side, laying motionless on the floor before you. So that is now Rivet, your turn.
I'm gonna hit the guy in front of me again. Unless he's dead.
Nope.
No. She killed that other one. Okay. 8 does not hit. Oh.
Does not. Another whiff from Rivet. As a quick sidestep from the cultist, seemingly comes out of nowhere. A little bit of composure in their moment of stupor. And they get to the side, leaving us to Ricky.
I hit that guy. Just below me.
Go for it.
5.
Not hitting on that one.
Dang it.
You just sort of like pierce through the hood and you're like, yeah, I got him! And you sort of like wiggle it around a little bit and you notice that you just caught cloth. All robe. Nothing but robe. That takes us over to this guy who... they're just going to take their next swing on River. Whew! Well, they fall over. They take their swing up, and much like the other one, they sort of trip up on the body of their friend that's under their feet, and whoa, as they are now prone on their ass and didn't get their attack off. They rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
Awesome. Aelith, that's you again.
Can I move over to the next one next to Rivet?
Yum.
Give him a bonky bonk.
Bonketh.
10 for hit.
As you step over to take the swing, they were kind of in the motion of falling, and where you would have connected with nothing but absolute skull hit, there's no skull there, as they're now on their ass on the floor, and you have missed.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Rivet, that's you.
I guess I'm gonna hit him again. Or try to.
You can certainly try.
13.
Does hit.
And 6 damage.
Wonderful. I don't even know how this guy was hanging on with the 1 HP that they had left. But with that final 6 damage, they fall, leaving nothing but Bowback as the only one.
Yay, Bowback.
And you guys have left combat. I mean, at least I don't have to worry about them saying anything ever again.
Yeah.
Well, now you could tell us where the treasure is.
It is very true. You are very right there. They can't tell me I can't do it, so that means I can do it.
You can do what you want, Bowback.
I can do whatever I want. I am.
Bowback is free.
Well, oh. Well, the treasure's just over there, as they point to the barrels over on the other wall. they're all, you know, like cask size sort of thing. They're not like huge barrels. There's a couple of bigger ones, but there's a few that are like more sort of like I don't know, like tavern sized, I suppose. Like, I don't know what else to really say. They're just barrels with, there's one, they've got little taps on them sort of thing. And they have little stickers of little smiley faces on them. As that's the treasure. That's what we're here for. It's tasty stuff.
Oh,
It's not.
Ooh, tasty.
Anyone do it? So, what's up?
Do you wanna come along with us?
Oh, I mean, I think I should clear up here. I do think. I mean, they might have been mean, but I probably should do something with the bodies. And I'm still technically part of the cult. So, as he pulls at his garbs, sort of thing that is covered in the vomit. I guess it's just me then, I suppose. But so I think I'll stick around here and make sure that they're okay and make sure they're okay.
Okay.
Tended to, you know.
Give them a proper.
I'm gonna go to the door.
Awesome. Rivet's heading towards the door. Anyone doing anything with the barrels?
Get a drink.
Ricky grabs a cup from the table.
Tiniest sip.
Yeah, a little sip.
Takes a little sip. I'm gonna need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh.
You put it up to your lips, and it slides down the glass with the viscosity of almost honey. It takes a while for it to get to your lips, and when it does, the warm sensation fills your mouth, and you take a little sip, and you feel this isn't tasty.
No.
You feel it move through you almost. It's not a pleasant feeling, but you seem to shudder it down, and you feel something like creep up like your back and your body starting to tense up a little, but you shudder it down and seem to compose yourself, and you're okay. But something wasn't good.
Don't drink the drink. It's no good.
You do manage to keep everything down, and you do manage to stave anything off.
Okay.
Awesome. We heading out?
Yes.
Wonderful. Opening door, heading out. You're met with a very tight, angled hallway. So you're not really sure what's around the corner, but you do. You start to smell and hear water, like more water than you've heard previously throughout the, more than just drips and little trickles and runs. You're hearing like a little bit of a slosh of water, and the smell hits your nose, and you're like, well, wait a second, this smells like the ocean.
Oh.
Heading in?
Yeah. I'm definitely going in.
Apparently you guys are bringing a corpse with you. Oh, no, I don't want the corpse. I don't want corpses. No.
No.
Put the corpse down, Ricky. Ricky, leave the corpse alone.
I'm sorry.
I won't group you guys up. I swear. You guys could just hang out, whatever. It's fine, I promise. Don't take the corpses with you. I thought you guys were good. Alright, weird behavior done. Okay, down to the door. There is another door here. This door is like, it's weathered, and it's weathered in a way that is very reminiscent of like that Shack by the Sea kind of look. You know what I mean? Like it's eaten away via like just rapid natural decay sort of thing. It's just it's very reminiscent of like a wrecked shack by a beach sort of thing. It's like the bottom of the door's like splintered up and it's all rounded and smooth sort of thing, but it's very much rapidly weathered sort of thing. Like it's been next to the ocean all its life.
Slowly open it up. Very slowly.
Awesome. Inside, you see a boat. Now,
The boat, guys.
a room filled with darkness. The gentle sloshing of water can be heard throughout the whole thing. It echoes as you can sort of like hear around the sort of corners and the wine. Like you can kind of you know that there's more to the room that's open, but like obviously there's the wall that you guys can see. Well, some of you can see that there's the wall there. Which is all like Getches like inside. So you guys are starting to see it. You can hear there's more like sloshing, echoing like little tiny waves up around the corners and stuff like that. A small rowboat is bobbing in front of you, tied to a small pier by a rope. The water, not clear though, looking very oily. It's like it's very it looks like a puddle of grease more so than anything, but does have the looks like it has the consistency of water, the way it's like splashing on the sides where the little waves hit and stuff. It definitely looks like it's got like the viscosity of water, but it looks like oil, kind of gross, hard to see through, greeny, yellowy, not pleasant looking. What do you guys want to do?
Get in the boat.
Boat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jump on in.
This is just gonna be. So we're just gonna. We're just gonna. Wait. We'll get,
They're in
there's
the
this one on the
walls.
wall. This bonk perfectly. Ooh, there we go. You're just hanging off the side a little. It's fine. Everyone fits on the boat. It's perfectly sized for everybody. So, as you guys, are you guys like untying the boat sort of thing? You guys like starting to paddle off? What are you guys doing? Are you guys are just like you're all sitting in the boat sort of thing? You're like moored up to the side.
Yeah, let's get ready to shove off.
Brilliant. You take the rope in and stuff. As you do this, you notice some of the decorations on the wall just lightly glow sort of thing. It's beautiful pictures as well. There's a beautiful parrot, like very, very like mosaic. It looks like a painted mosaic. And there's a beautiful parrot. You guys start, paddling up the thing. You see a doubloon, a treasure map, all just very, very pirate themed. Different things. There's a very nice skull and crossbones, but it doesn't look very intimidating. It kind of looks like it's not like a candy skull, but not a candy skull. It looks like the mosaic's done really pretty. Like it's not done it's not meant to be like a realistic or anything like that. It's all of it is very vibrant and pretty and yeah. And you guys start paddling down. You just get to. We're just gonna have to pretend you guys are on the boat. You guys sort of get down to the edge, bonk, and in front of you, you see a large door. Looks like the dungeon doors, but glowing, written in large runes, but readable. Like they're just common runes. Exit is currently glowing there. A little sign above that has. It looks like it's like nailed to the door and like paint emergency. So it's emergency exit, but like the red rune is like the exit was there, like is like written there in like magic runes, and then someone's like nailed emergency just above it sort of thing.
Mm.
You would have to, like, get out of the boat. There's not really anywhere to moor the boat. You would have to sort of get out of the boat to open the door sort of thing. There's, like, a tiny bit of a step there, but it's not really enough to, like, stand on. It's really just, like, the door sill. So you would have to get out of the boat to, like, do anything with the door. It's like sort of up a bit too high to, like, it's just an awkward angle sort of thing. Like, boat's not stable.
But we don't have to get into the water?
You would have to get into the water to do anything. Yeah, you would have to get out of the boat into the water a little bit to interact with this door.
Well, Aelith is not a good swimmer, so she's probably not going to want to go first.
There is, like, more water around the edge you guys can sort of see. Sorry about it. It's got, like,
I vote
weird...
we just continue on. Leave that door alone.
So the exit. We don't want to leave just yet, do we?
Nope.
The dungeon, I would say no.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You just
Keep going.
keep moving around. The first sort of odd sight, sort of, you see in front of you, almost like animatronic pirates.
Uh-oh.
And they're, like, clinking mugs together, and it's a very, like Chuck E. Cheese sort of moment of, like, they're just, like, doing the same thing. They're just, like, boom, boom, ching, like, just sort of doing their motion, and you hear a voice, "Welcome to the Cavern of Nightmares."
Oh.
And they, they're pirates, it's like, they're sort of like, just it's like there's, like, like pretending to sing and jest around and, like, clink glasses and stuff. He is like continuing through, approaching.
Continuing through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. You just keep
Best way
paddling
to
the boat
make
up.
it.
As soon as you get next to one of the mannequins, you hear all the clunking mechanisms inside it snap in your direction. "Ahoy, me hearties! Answer a riddle or I may scuttle ye."
What did he say?
Scuttle ye? What is a scuttle ye?
Don't think I want to find out. What's the riddle?
They don't really say anything. They kind of keep just repeating the same things. "Ahoy, me hearties! Answer a riddle, or I'll scuttle ya."
Oh, he'll scuttle us.
Yeah. So the pirate of a cup. Cup.
Continuing on.
I feel like
Is
you
there,
would want something in that cup.
like, do we ask what's the riddle?
They didn't reply. They just kept repeating their line.
Just continue on, I guess.
Brilliant. As you're, like, leaving and moving away, you hear them call out. You hear it call out from behind. "Watch out for the captain!"
Oh.
Keep sailing. You get to another pirate. "Off to see the captain, are we?"
Yeah.
Yep, I suppose.
Our landlubbers! Off to see the captain!"
Just keep going.
Keep sailing on. Our landlubbers! Keep sailing on. You just come up to another pirate. "The captain's just ahead. Prepare yourselves."
I think we're prepared. Guys, are we prepared?
Keep
I'm
going.
prepared, Captain.
Let's keep going.
Brilliant. You guys keep approaching, and you guys see a ruined ship. Let me cut a little closer to this one. Brilliant. You guys get your little, you sail your little dinghy boat up to the boat, and the pirate captain comes to life. You hear all the clattering and stuff as all of his motors and things engage. You hear little whirrings as little mechanisms start spinning and whirring and pulleys start moving. You see a few ropes tighten and move. "Well, landlubbers, I see you're here. Here for a riddle. What'll it be? Riddle or a fight?
I'll try.
Riddle.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta try riddle.
What's the riddle?
Arr! A landlubber has a barrel full of gold, and it weighs 500 pounds. He then puts something in the barrel, and it now weighs less than 500 pounds. What did he put into the barrel, you dogs?
Oh.
A hole.
Oh. That's a good answer. I was thinking a cup.
Why would a cup make it weigh less?
You grab some of the drink or whatever.
A smart one indeed. A hole it be.
Ah.
Smart crew we have here. Usually it takes a few more before they plunder the answers from me. I suppose you can be on your way.
I'm so smart.
Nice.
And what you guys didn't notice before, but all the cannons, all the little cannon doors on his pirate ship close. Enjoy your travels. And if you ever are on the high seas and require assistance, call for me. Captain A-Hole at your service.
I might not.
Captain A-Hole?
Yeah.
Oh, I
What's
see.
the name?
Kick. And you guys approach a door after getting let past by the captain. It looks very similar to the one on the other end where you guys entered, except no doesn't have the emergency thing, but it does have the exit.